In World of Wonder version 3.7, we've updated the play system and creation center. Let's check it out. Version 3.7 brings updates to the main World of Wonder interface and in-match display. We've adjusted the interface structure and sub-tab layout to help you find what you need more efficiently, and also improved how creation details are displayed to make it easier for players to quickly find creations they're interested in. Now, when you get eliminated in a match, you can view detailed damage information. Also, when you claim the first elimination or are on an elimination streak, you'll receive achievement medals. You can also now switch freely between third and first-person perspective in-game, based on what best suits you at the moment. If you manage to score the most eliminations, you'll be featured as the MVP of the match on the results page, along with your portrait. Creators can now make even better creations with the new and improved Creation Center. We've also consolidated World of Wonder's 33 tags into 7 main categories. Now, instead of selecting 3 gameplay tags, you must now select 1 main category tag and 2 gameplay features. This should help you choose the labels that best represent your creations. That adds a data center for keeping track of creation data, as well as trends and updates related to followers. You can now make creations based on the trends of your followers. The playtest feature has also been updated, with corresponding guidance to help creators discover problems with their creations that need fixing. That's it for this introduction to World of Wonder's play system and creation center updates. More creations await your discovery. To learn more, please follow the official PUBG Mobile community. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. See you next time.
Time bears witness to all and brings all sorts of changes to the battleground. As the area with the highest concentration of temporal power, the center of the Gilded Palace is where you'll find a statue of the strongest team. Open the crate beneath the statue, and time will shape itself into the strongest team's form. Interact with the statue to trigger its temporal powers and recall teammates who still have respawn chances, or teleport teammates elsewhere to the area. The Eminence Courtyard also has a statue of the strongest team, but it exists merely as a statue and cannot be used to recall or teleport your teammates. Since the Gilded Palace provides a special respawn, getting eliminated in the area will automatically use your respawn chance. At the start of the match, you can land in the Gilded Palace with your teammates to loot its supplies, then land somewhere else after you get eliminated. As long as you become the strongest team, you can use the statue to teleport other teammates over and gear up the entire team with Gilded Palace supplies. Unlike the statue that records the present, the past reflection station reflects the past. Interact with it, and a past version of yourself will appear. Take a photo with yourself to get supplies. It will enter a cooldown afterward, during which you cannot get supplies from it. Golden Sands platforms also provide a photo-taking opportunity. Their locations are marked on the map. Interact with them to wipe away the sand on their surface, and the golden sand will light up the surrounding torches. When all the torches have been lit, supplies will spill out from the center of the platform. You can take a photo with your teammates here to commemorate the game's 7th anniversary. The powers of time have also brought the Golden Dynasty's history to the fore. Tap the upper right corner to open the map, and you'll see the Desert Awakening missions on the left. Complete all the missions to learn about the dynasty's past. Tap the icon in the upper left corner of the mission list to experience stories from the golden age of this once prosperous kingdom. Play now to explore and discover all the secrets buried beneath the sand. The power of time sweeps across the battleground, dragging Arangel, Livic, and Rondo back to the past. The Gilded Palace on the floating island is a 1,000-year-old relic of the Golden Dynasty. When landing on this hourglass-shaped area, you can select whether to parachute up or down. The Gilded Palace contains loads of treasures. The golden armor racks in the buildings can repair helmets and armor, or issue you a set of level 2 to 3 helmet and armor to aid your exploration. Those of the Eternal Dunes worship teams who demonstrate great power by erecting a statue of the strongest. The crate beneath the statue can only be opened sometime after the match begins. The team who opens it will receive generous supplies and becomes the strongest team, activating the statue. They can use the statue to recall teammates who still have respawn chances, or teleport teammates who aren't in the area to the Gilded Palace, so the team can keep advancing at full power. Though time has restored most of the Gilded Palace back to its original state, there are still a few dilapidated buildings about. Use the power of time to restore them, and you'll uncover ancient hidden treasures. The Eminence Courtyard once served as an imperial residence of the Golden Dynasty. It consists of an inner and outer courtyard. The outer courtyard has a statue of the strongest team. The inner courtyard consists of 2 levels connected by a corridor and an underground hourglass realm. There is a locked room on the lower level that houses a treasure vault. You must interact with murals on the upper level and find the key hidden behind the correct one to access the vault and obtain its treasure. The vault also leads to an underground area that is also accessible through the fountain at the center of the inner courtyard, or staircases in the building on either side. The walls in the Hourglass Realm are adorned with murals. Interact with them to dust them off and get awesome rewards. Time has returned us to the Golden Dynasty's Age of Prosperity and restored sections of the map to their original state. Now, Erangel's power plant, factory, quarry, both bridges, and Livik's Midstein have been restored to how they used to look in the early days of the game. In these reminisce zones, you'll also encounter special weather and run into certain checkpoints. Interact with these checkpoints to take a photo with your past self and get supplies. Occasionally, you might also come across a picnic blanket. You can eat the food it provides to restore energy. These areas also contain reversal fragments. Interact with them for awesome supplies. The number of reversal fragments in an area will be displayed in the upper right corner of the mini-map. However, note that some reversal fragments are traps. Interacting with them will teleport you to the sky. Sometime into a match, special reversal fragments will appear. Interact with these to get the Golden Scepter. Take this opportunity with the re-emergence of the desert's past to make its ancient treasures your own. The Golden Dynasty has returned to its former glory, and so too have the weapons their warriors once wielded. The most powerful among them is the Reversal Blade, forged from the Temporal Sands. The power to reverse time is at your disposal when you wield it. It restores crates so you can open them again, and restore a vehicle's health, fuel, and tires. You can also mark your current location and status, gain a speed boost, then use the skill again while it's active to turn into a temporal orb and return to the marked location. Your health will also be restored to what they were when the mark was placed. And that's not all it can do. Find a forging station while you're in a match and place the reversal blade onto it along with upgrade materials. After a while, it will be upgraded into an advanced reversal blade. Other players can attack while you're waiting, so be extra careful. The advanced reversal blade provides a bigger speed boost and shorter cooldown. And it has a special rewind ability that can only be used once per match. If you're knocked down or eliminated while the skill is active, you'll immediately be brought back to the marked location with your health and energy restored to their previous state. When this ability is triggered, the advanced reversal blade will break and disappear. The reversal blade's powers make it always useful in battle. At the start of a match, land at the Gilded Palace or Eminence Courtyard, where there's a higher chance of finding one. Then, collect upgrade materials as quickly as you can. After getting a reversal blade, use its rewind ability to collect supplies from crates twice to gear up faster. When you have everything you need, head for the nearest forging station to upgrade your reversal blade. Then, you can get around the map in a vehicle and use it as cover. Because even if it gets destroyed, the reversal blade can restore it. In the final play zone, the advanced reversal blade's rewind ability will be your key to victory. There are also other powerful items associated with the Golden Dynasty. The Golden Scepter's powerful magic summons a healing zone that restores the health of all players within it. You also have a self-rescue chance if you get knocked down while in the zone. The Golden Scepter can be used 3 times, and there is a cooldown after each use. Golden armor racks also have the power to turn the tide of battle. They can be found in the Gilded Palace and Eminence Courtyard. Approach one to restore your helmet and armor's durability. If you have none equipped, it will issue a set of level 2 or 3 helmet and armor. Think it's a pity that you can only get your hands on such a powerful item in specific locations? Don't worry! With a golden armor order, you can summon a golden armor rack anywhere you want. Summoned golden armor racks last 30 seconds, during which they can be used twice. Get defensive gear anytime, anywhere. These items are extremely powerful, and used properly, can introduce lots of unexpected turns in battles. Wipe out your enemies now!
The PUBG Mobile and Baby Monster collaboration is now available. Celebrate PUBG Mobile's 7th anniversary with Baby Monster and make wonderful memories. In Erangel and Rondo, we've set up a Baby Monster video bus and photo zone where you can interact with your artist. As you approach the bus, a special ringtone will call you over. Don't hesitate, get on the bus to embark on a wondrous journey. Upon entering the bus, you'll be greeted by a giant screen. Tap it to play a welcome video from a Baby Monster member and enjoy their heartfelt message of support. You'll receive a special surprise reward at the end. Also, check out Baby Monster's new song, Drip, with the Baby Monster music player. Move to the beat of the music. Want to create more unforgettable moments with Baby Monster? Enjoy the Baby Monster photo zone and capture special moments in a pose of your choice. Create the perfect keepsake. Don't forget to claim the awesome gifts Baby Monster has prepared. Victory is sure to be yours now. You might also come across a cassette player that lets you liven up the battleground with Drip anytime, anywhere. Also, don't miss out on the new Drip Dance Emo and Baby Monster Sketch Space gifts. What are you waiting for? Join the PUBG Mobile and Baby Monster collaboration now. Adventure with Baby Monster and create wonderful memories together.
Are the Dream Killers. I'm giving that the Golden Eagles now ablaze. Dig down! Close, making some magic happen. 2 down, now 3, going for the ace.
Uh-oh, the name! That looks good! Oh my God!
But hey, Bisk is gone. He's got in 4th place, 0-2 now. What is going on?
What is going on, everybody, and welcome to PUBG Mobile's 7th anniversary. It is the road to Rondo. My name's Powerbang. I'll be your host for tonight, and I am so excited to be here for not my first anniversary, but my 7th anniversary with the game. So excited to jump into tonight's festivities, and if you're not playing PUBG Mobile, make sure you do that. You can find a download link at the link in the description wherever you're watching this stream, and you can play it for free simply by putting it on your mobile device and hopping in onto the battlegrounds with us. You can also follow PUBG Mobile on social media. Everywhere where social media exists, it's at PUBG Mobile. You can get all the latest game updates, news, information, and even heads up on events just like this one, so maybe you can participate if you missed out on your chance for this evening. But without further ado, I gotta bring in one of my friends, my man Toffees. He's gonna be helping us cast this sucker here tonight. Toffees, how you doing?
I am awesome. I'm excited to be here. It looks like we're cousins casting this here together and hanging out. I'm excited, man. I remember all the way back to PMGC Berlin ages ago, watching Alan Walker on stage with PUBG Mobile. The thing I love about PUBG Mobile is everything is spectacle and exciting from that moment to now. It's never stopped. So being here for the 7th anniversary Road to Rondo, seeing a new map come out, the new sort of like themes we're going to be using in these maps, and the players, I'm super excited about today.
Oh, it's incredible. Speaking of reminiscing, we're going to see that not only in the game tonight with some new reminisce elements. We'll talk about those here soon, but man, PUBG Mobile has taken me all over the world, whether it was, China, whether it was Germany, like you mentioned, all over the place. And we have another special guest joining us as well. We'll cut to him in just a moment. But first, PUBG Mobile recently brought out 4 of its special content creators to headquarters out in China, and we're going to take a look at their journey and see exactly what they were up to. Take a look at this video.
Assalamualaikum. Hey, what's up guys, this is Farooq. I'm here in Shenzhen, China. PUBG Mobile flew me out here with the Bushka, Shifan and the Saurus PG.
Rondo is a brand new 8x8 map. It is dotted with traditional and modern Asian influenced locations, a lot like this incredible building you can see behind me. We're starting at the Shenzhen Flower Garden and Expo Park, and we're going to be looking for Rondo-like locations all around this wonderful area. Come on, let's go.
Farooq, are you ready for the hike here in the jungle? It feels like we're in the jungle, to be honest.
I was born ready, man.
All right, let's go up, shall we then?
Let's go. Like in the Rondo map, you have to be careful from the snake. Exactly in the park they also mentioned.
So this is, tell me that doesn't look like my head cam.
Okay guys, tell me, this is kind of exactly what is gonna be in the Rondo map?
There are so many little things here, small places where you can go to, and you get completely lost.
Okay, finally get some breath and look at this building, man. Look at this one.
Incredible footage from China, checking out the Shenzhen flower gardens. I gotta say, that looked exactly like Yulin on the map on brand new Rondo. Toffees, pretty cool stuff from the video. We are gonna have 2 more parts to that video so we can see more about the creators' journeys. We saw Bushka and the Saurus tearing it up out there. It's super, super fun stuff, and we will keep all 3 of the parts for that video in one dedicated experience that you can enjoy live on PUBG Mobile's YouTube channel in the days to come. So with that, let's bring Toffees back in, talk a little bit about tonight's event, my friend. Obviously, we're going to be playing some of the new map. We've got Rondo, very, very exciting, and so excited to see what these players will be doing on tonight's contest. So to summarize what that looks like, the event format for tonight is as follows. We've got 16 teams, 4 players per squad, per usual. They consist of a creator captain that you guys all know and love. We've got an OG player, somebody that's been with PUBG Mobile from way back in the day. And we also had each of the creators running their own qualifier tournaments this week, and 2 players on each team have qualified through those tournaments. So a good mixture of people making up each of these teams. And obviously, Toffees, we've got a lot of different game modes as well tonight.
Yeah, that's what I'm excited about, is the game modes in particular. So I'm just going to give you a very quick synopsis, and we'll tell you what is happening each one before we get to it. Now, everything is Rondo, 3 matches in Rondo. Those are all going to have individualized challenges, whether they are going to the Gilded Palace, whether they're absolutely destructing the new map and digging holes in it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to try out the new reversal blade. The other thing we're doing is, you notice that second map, we're doing 1 round of Orangle. And on that round, we're going to visit the way it used to look. So that challenge is going to be very, very cool. Finally, there are time limits on these challenges. If a team is unable to complete these challenges, which can be very difficult, their entire team has to stop doing things while the leader is punished. You know, like, imagine not getting the Gilded Palace win, and then you have to stop fighting so that your leader can put on sunscreen on stream. So it should be pretty entertaining to see sort of the ramifications. And then also, World of Wonder shooting range. From what I understand, it's a skills challenge, and I'm very excited to watch the players take that.
That's incredible. I'm very excited as well. We had some awesome skills challenges on display in last year's anniversary, but on the line tonight, lots of cash. As you can see, $7,500 on the line for our first place finishing team tonight, $4,000 for second place, $2,500 for third place, and $1,000 for the squad that takes home fourth place. Super, super exciting. And Toffees, you mentioned it as we were checking out some of the map order for tonight. So I'm very, very curious to see these reminisce zones that are going to affect map. It's basically going to be reverted to a past state, and we can see like the OG form of Erangel in its original form. So that's going to be very, very exciting to see all of that stuff in its original glory. That's taken me all the way back to 2018 when I first dropped in at the school.
7 years ago. Things have changed, so why not go back and remind us of what it used to be? Teams are going to be challenged to go there. It's the 2 bridges, Mill to Power, Quarry. We get to kind of remember what it was like to fight there back in the old days. Now, that said, if you remember Old Quarry, you'd prefer not to go fight in Old Quarry. I think New Quarry's got some real value to it, or the OG Quarry. I will say this, it is going to be challenging because all of our teams are going to be going to those reminiscent spots, so it is going to get a little bit chaotic, and I'm pretty hyped about that.
100%. So very, very excited to see all of that stuff that's coming here in just a moment. We've got 16 teams ready to do battle, but before they do that, we have another special guest that we want to bring onto the broadcast to hang out with us. It is none other than FPS legend, Scump. What is going on, Scump? How
What's
you doing?
going on, guys? Sorry for the technical difficulties. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. I'm very excited. You guys just broke down the prize pool. I'm ready to see them do battle today, but I might need a little help from you two to walk me through and show me the ropes.
You betcha.
Well, we could probably manage that. Scump, you had yourself a ball here with us in the 6th anniversary. You were a contestant that time. You were actually playing out there, firing some shots down range. Are you happy to be in the booth this time around?
Way happier to be in the booth because I wasn't sure what to expect in the last one. I came in, I was confident, obviously. It didn't go very well. I was telling everybody I got 1 kill in 4.5 hours. Not my proudest moment, but we had fun, and that's all that matters. All that matters.
That is okay. Hey, you work your way up to it. Before we get into the action tonight, we got to talk about some of the things that you guys at home watching this broadcast right now are eligible for and can potentially win if you're in US and Canada. So check this out. We've got a $10,000 sweepstakes prize up for grabs. Here's first place on the screen. We're getting that Toomey International carry-on, PUBG Mobile suitcase, an iPhone 16 Pro, $50 gift card, and 60,000 UC. Pretty impressive here. And second place, obviously, throwing in the suitcase, a Galaxy S25 Plus, the Galaxy Buds Galaxy Buds 3 Pro, and 3K UC. And then for third place, got the suitcase, Galaxy Tab S9, and $100 gift card. And again, all you have to do to register is scan that QR code on your screen or head over to the website amg.gg/road to Rondo sweeps and get yourself signed up. We're going to be hitting some winners as this event goes on, so don't delay. Get over there, sign up, and then get your butts back here in the seats to see if you have won. And so with that, that is not all. We also have some UC that we're going to be giving away. Everybody's favorite unknown cash to spend in the game. If you guys have tuned into one of the broadcasts before, you know how it works. We're going to be dropping some hints tonight throughout the broadcast. There's going to be 4 of them that happen randomly throughout the show. You're going to see a giveaway hint on the screen, and those will combine to make a passphrase that you will enter in at the end for a chance to win some UC. Gonna have a bunch on the line, and I'm super excited for that. And I think we should probably, maybe hit them with a hint right away. Yes. I don't know. Right down here, we'll throw it on the bottom of the screen. Giveaway hint number 1 is Journey. So if you have a phone, screenshot it. If you got a tablet, write that sucker down. But Journey is your first hint of the evening. So lots of stuff going to be given away tonight. Lots of UC on the line, lots of stuff. But Scump, I'm going to throw to you, my friend. Let's highlight some of these teams because I know you're familiar with a few of them. But let's see who we're playing tonight.
Yeah, so I played with Win Sanity in the last one. So I'm really rooting for Win Circles down there in the bottom. He was an absolute tank on the map. So I'm expecting some big things out of him. Let me take a look at some of these other teams that we got out there. Let's go Dab Dynasty. I like Dab Dynasty. Give me those
Love
two.
the name.
Yeah,
Sure.
give me those two.
I like it. So we'll keep an eye on those for sure. Toffees, if you had to pick a favorite from the list tonight here of these teams, I mean, who are you looking at? Maybe a dark horse while you're at it?
So normally I'd go with like Winsanity, Bella Fox, Farouk, because these are players who have been playing. They're OGs for a very long time, but also they play in every single event with like random players. So, like they know how to make this stuff work. And if I have to double down, I'm going to go with Bella Fox. She doesn't always win these events. However, she was the only one on X last night chirping about how good they're going to do. And I don't think you do that unless you've got intense confidence coming into this. So I'm going to say...
I like that.
Yeah, I do too. I love the chirp.
I like that a lot.
So I'm down Bella Fox game. It goes the distance.
She's into it. I love that myself. If I had to throw out a couple of picks, I got Rolex as a heavy favorite here tonight. Always just a tremendous player. He's bringing Ace Shills, Camper Ninja, and Blackie on the squad tonight. And then also, we can never take our eyes off of Solara. She is amazing and has consistently come through in the clutch as part of these community events. So really going to keep my eye on her tonight as well. So again, very exciting to see all 16 of these teams. We're going to dive into each of them in more detail as the night goes on. But let's check out the maps tonight. Toffees, we talked a little bit about it in the run-up here. Look at the maps here. They're absolutely beautiful. Walk us through what we're playing.
All right, so we're going to be playing 3 rounds of Rondo. Why? Because it's the road to Rondo, baby. It's time for the new map. You guys are going to have a good time with it. Jadena City, it's got different kinds of layout. Like if you go to the north, you're in a desert. You go to the south, you're in a jungle. The bamboo fields are gnarly. And just like in the promo, it is easy to get lost on that map. So look for our teams to just be wandering in circles as they try to figure this thing out. We're going to do one classic Orangle because you got to have it. It's the original. And we're going to look back at what it used to look like. And then, of course, the skills challenge that Scump has shown us anyone can excel at.
I wouldn't say that I showed that I could excel at it. That was my favorite of the maps, though. That was my favorite for sure. I was starting to get the rhythm, and I wasn't shooting against actual players. I was like, yo, these balloons, I could shoot the balloons.
Maybe if we're lucky, we'll take a peek back and do a little flashback here in just a bit, Scump. You know, relive the glory days, so to speak. Very excited to dive into the maps tonight. And I mentioned Solara was one of my picks. This just in that there is a father-son duo on her team. Okay. So that's pretty cool. I mean, we've got generational talent here coming in to try to carry the squad to victory. But again, I don't know about the chemistry between these teams. I think that's going to be one of the keys for tonight, because you got your content creator, you got your OG, like very experienced player, and then you got two that came in through the qualifiers, and they're all trying to gel tonight to get onto that same page. But Scump, you know, you got a lot of experience in esports, in tournament settings. I mean, what's going to be important for these teams, especially as most of them are newly formed?
Really keeping your composure. It's very easy to get lost in a battle royale such as this, so keep your composure, make sure you get a good start off the early game, make sure you get nice and situated, and then you just go slay. That's all there is to it. Play with confidence, play with some swag, get it done.
I love that. And speaking of getting looted early on, we're going to see on display tonight a reversal blade, which can actually turn back time. So if you're popping open chests and getting some sweet loot, you can just activate that reversal blade, go back in time, and open the chest again and get more sweet loot. Wow. So going to be really interesting to see some of the tactics that are used with some of these new features here tonight.
Yeah, while the first clue is Journey, it's all about Celine Dion's turn back time, because we're going to be seeing constant usage of that blade. It's awesome. You can go back to where you were when you marked a spot. You can rebuild a car if it gets burnt down. You can reopen a box if the gear inside of it is not what you want. It just opens the door for crazy kinds of play. And I'm going to be honest, I love Bella Fox, but I think I might be switching to Solara after what you told me, Powerbang, because as a dad, I'll be honest, don't ever repeat this. I'm in my 40s. I grew up on the PC bread and butter. My 10-year-old lives for mobile. The fact that this is a team that's come together multi-generationally makes me dream of what I can do.
Yo, Merms, thank you for the member.
That's incredible. Well, hey, we're not going to waste any more time. Jumping into our first game. Here we go. It is our themed battle. Hopping into, looks like Erangel. So we are diving in right now, and this is incredible. So we're going to ride along with Win here for just a moment.
I like the way that when Sanity
like handles land first.
drops, like you can see him already calling it out. They're going to be looking to start a fight here. I think this is the temple that they're landing on. Yep, the floating golden temple.
Wow.
So the fight breaks out.
Yeah, I believe whenever I was teaming with Win, we would drop into this area as well, and he was ready to get after it. I was not.
Yeah, that is the problem with playing with some of these guys who've been doing it for so long, is they have that like hubris to believe that they will win any fight. And so you got to respect that. I also love we got the double plane path coming out. A lot of variance here.
Planes flying over now. Jacob looking for that respawn. That's one of the things that I love in modern day PUBG Mobile is if you lose off the hot drop, you are not out of the game. I mean, you get that second chance to come back in. You can see that yellow heart next to a lot of the player names up there. Well, Jacobs is gone, but the other three still have that revive here as he dives in to grab a vehicle. He'll have a chance to get some loot elsewhere, not at the hot drop, but not the start Jacob here was looking for.
I remember Jacob. Jacob was just terrorizing us when I was playing.
He's a monster. Jacob is not to be trifled with. This man can slay.
I'm gonna make this.
All right, we're gonna get the circles popping up soon. It seems like everybody's in a pretty decent spot. It's gonna be fair for everybody on the get ready for these rotations. Now, we did see a little bit of fight up on the Golden Island. You see it back up here right now. Lots of items you can get from touching the armor suits, the paintings, and like you saw the chests that were up here. So it's a good chance to sort of add a little bit of extra loot variety to this map.
So what's the?
You saw that gold armor rack.
So what's the meta here? What are the best guns that these players are trying to get in their kit?
Typically, we're looking at ARs for the most part. You can never count out like a shotgun. Looking at the S12K, the DBS. A lot of players are preferring those for close range over SMGs. But typically, you're looking at kind of AR shotgun types of setups, and not so much on the snipers and DMRs. But you never know. It depends on playstyle. For me, I'm always picking up the bolt action. I don't care if it's not meta. Give me that, bad boy, and I'm going to let them things.
Well, absolutely. Hey, with an 8x8. Maybe we'll see some bolting in this game. These are some massive maps we're playing today.
One guy on the right side.
I hope so. If you guys check out on the left, there are some challenges that may pop up through tonight's action, and you can see they are worth a certain amount of points, and the quantity means that 2 teams can complete this challenge, and ultimately, strongest team here is you've got a hot drop situation, and whoever remains victorious here and wins the hot drop not only will get 10 points for completing the challenge, but they're going to get their very own statue here at the Gilded Palace that is going to commemorate this epic victory. Pretty cool feature that they've added in this latest update.
Yeah, that's awesome. They get their own statue to ensure that everyone knows of their dominance. I love that.
Absolutely. They're locked in for at least 30 minutes or, whatever the game lands, and then we can do it again next time.
They get the bragging rights, but you see, they want to fight this out. You also have to open the golden chest to consider having won the challenge. So that means you have to eliminate your opponents. But it's a good fight time right now. They do need those kills.
She's bringing a little bit of an attitude today. She's got some aggression going on here. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of her early.
I do say all of that, and I think that applies well to the question about like what gun is best. And there is, to a certain extent, when you're hot dropping here like in Palace, DBSs, even submachine guns to a certain extent, are really strong for the first 3 or 4 minutes because your opponents are not wearing level 2 and higher just yet, right? And so then we're going to see it transition over the next few minutes into harder hitting ammunitions, things to go into the late game because you're looting as you transition around. But if you're new to
once
the game,
they get that level 3.
Yes, you can't mess with them with a submachine gun. So that's one of those things. Like when you start this game, if you're new, it's free. Download it. Why not? Get in here. 7 years, it's good. Don't be scared to pick up those shotguns. I know it's so common when we play these kinds of games that you're like, oh, I'm going to avoid that thing because, there's something better's coming. Not in these drops. You get the little thing and you work your way up from there.
Not to mention, you're inside. It's not like you have to cover a lot of distance here with these shots. I mean, we're looking at 20, 30 meters right here. So here's the statue that we just talked about at the Gilded Palace. And it looks like we have a hot drop champion.
Let's go.
That is going to be, I saw CEO's name up there. So that's the Ace Allies, who Ace Lawrence is one of our content creators known for his shotgun play. So it's fitting that he wins this opening hot drop.
Checks out. Checks out. That is good for them to get the hot drop. They're going to get it up there. And now I believe that there is potentially a punishment that may come down throughout the game for everybody who was not strongest team. We'll kind of keep track with the admins and see when that is going to be used. But still, they won this, Scump, but they're not out of the woods yet because they still have to go play the rest of the match.
Yeah, no, that's why this hot drop, I was so scared of it whenever they were like, we're going to go in here, try to get our loot, try to win this, and then there's more. And I was like, oh my goodness, there's more. It was blowing my mind going into that, but they're handling it well.
Come out with that.
They're still tinkering around the Gilded Palace here. I got to say, if you're used to, Erangel and the battlegrounds as it normally looks, this is not what you normally see, right? I mean, this is pretty incredible that this whole, POI has just popped up on the map, get all kinds of new dynamics and gameplay and some really fun fights. So it keeps the content super fresh. Absolutely love that PUBG Mobile continues to deliver just amazing environments to fight in each update.
Yeah, so I was going to ask, are these hot drops on every single map or is it map dependent?
They are on a lot of maps, but they are also map dependent. What type of hot drop you kind of get, the POIs can shift from map to map.
Okay. I think I saw one right here.
A lot of times just due to the size of the map too. So on Erangel, it's a little bit bigger, and then on Livic, you might have half of the amount of drop locations that you would see on Erangel, bigger.
And
map.
Rondo is the biggest, correct?
Rondo is 8x8, so it's not the biggest. I believe Miramar is.
Okay.
The largest,
but technically the same size from what I understand as Miramar. However, it has significantly more playable space. So when you talk about
that's a good point.
Erangel, for instance, all that water, yeah, it's an 8x8, but like, what's that really matter at the end of the day? Because of the water. Rondo is unequivocally corner to corner playable. So it is just an insane amount of space to have to cover, lots of spots to drop, and lots of focus on transition in the mid game, which is why it's so hard. Because when you talk about what it's inspired by, you've got sort of rice fields, you've got rivers, you've got really tough transition points. And one of the beautiful aesthetics of the region is sort of how wide open and like nature-centric it is, which is gorgeous, but doesn't provide you all the cover you'd like in a urban sprawl. So it can be tricky for players. They have to play passive, they have to play careful, and that's kind of the new map style.
While we're great explanation there, Toffees, by the way. But Win got himself a nice little challenge here. Going to be looking at something he's got on his nose right now. We got some Yamna's getting the same challenge here as well. And they've got to keep it on their nose, apparently. So this is a showdown. All challenges are paused until this is complete. I'm loving it.
So the rule is if you didn't get strongest team, everyone has to stop playing until you put apply sunscreen to your nose. I love how the option was you could rub it in and take the time, but these guys are like, we got to get back to playing. We're just going to dab it on there and get back to grinding. That is winning over embarrassment, and I respect it.
Hey, I would be going that same angle for sure. I mean, being a redhead, I'm very used to the sunscreen, so it would be no problem for me. I think I'd be pretty quick with that. And I feel like I wouldn't also get the strongest team, so.
What do I need to do?
You got that sunscreen clipped onto your carpenter jeans
Oh,
there, Steph?
absolutely. Everywhere I go, it's a blessing and a curse at the same time.
Always at the ready. Yamna, though. Got it applied quick. So did Win. So they're doing pretty cool. They cleared the challenge here, the showdown, and they are back to being able to do challenges as they come up. So very exciting stuff here. The circles are starting to close down. Teams are going to have to start moving towards the zone. We'll see the great migration here as pretty soon we're going to have players leaving this point of interest as the blue zone is going to be kicking them out.
Yeah, how strong are cars in this? Because whenever I played in this last year, Jacob, it seemed like he was just permanently in a car really right up until the end game. Is that a strategy that people implement a lot?
It's very strong. In order to get a kill through the car, you've got to either have perfect aim to get through the windows, or you have to destroy the vehicle. Tires can be tricky to shoot out if you've got a good driver. So if you've got the right kind of vehicle with good hard cover, like say this Murado, it is very difficult to deal with you. So a lot of times, especially if players aren't as, how do I say this, good at shooting well, cars are a great lifesaver at the end of the game because you can just drive around, you can hope for the best, and you can still run people over and possibly win the match.
Gotcha. Yeah, that would be me. Road rage, just trying to get them.
Yep. It's also fun. Like, it is, to me, one of the things I love most about PUBG Mobile is the fact that there's like these pseudo mini games throughout the thing, right? Like, you're playing a loot and shoot, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, it's a driving mini game. Let's get to it. And so it's nice. It just switches things up.
Absolutely.
Look at that lead.
Got some shots on the vehicle at range here. Farouk trying to land those, and as you can see, having a nice little vehicle to take cover in. Much nicer than being fully exposed out there. But Farouk going to be getting picked up here. And it looks like they might pursue seeing a little bit of action here pop off. And these vehicle skins, though, always super sick.
Yeah, what is that? That car right there. He's got the souped up.
It's a new
supercar,
Bugatti, I believe.
yeah.
And obviously, that is clearly off-road capable. I mean, that's what it was designed for. I'm almost positive.
I'm always so impressed. I'm so impressed watching these players shoot from long range, and they're just so accurate. Like the tracing on that player that was just being shot in the car is just insane.
You know, it's true, but it's also been fascinating for me to watch how games like PUBG Mobile in particular have forced creators, like mobile device makers, to push their processing, to push their screen fidelity, because the ability to like see things nowadays is so much higher with like tech that's been advanced because of games like this. It's been kind of exciting, to be honest.
We might need to leave.
Yeah, how are you guys on PUBG Mobile? Are you guys pretty good?
No.
We might get fragged.
But I would say decidedly average.
Okay.
I can hang, but definitely, I mean, I cast a lot of the esports events as well, and seeing those guys play, it's just a whole different level. You just marvel that they can even do what they do.
Yeah, I'm kind of,
on a mobile.
my jaw's
It's
on
crazy.
the floor right now at some of these shots. They're just getting out of the car window, laying down fire, getting back in. Lot of movements.
I mean, that's the thing, though, is like, and this is why I think I'll never be able to compete with these guys, is like, this is a whole new generation of gamers who are like bred on the haptic feedback, right? Like, for me, that's what I have. Like, it's fun to play, but like the ability for some of these guys, like Winsanity uses what, like it's a 5-finger grip, I think, for when he plays, and that's just the stuff that, like, blows my mind. Like, he's got this little claw going on where he's tapping with his index and moving with his middle fingers, and it's so far out of my realm. But if you watch these guys stream, they can teach you how to do it, which is wild.
Absolutely. They call that the claw. Playing with the thumb, index finger, middle fingers. Like, it's the more fingers you can get on that device at the same time, it actually gives you a surprising amount of dexterity and the ability to like control a lot of stuff at once.
We have something similar to the claw. Not 5 fingers though. Not 5, but we have something similar to it.
Gotta get your toes on there too, you know.
Yeah, right.
Ooh,
I felt like I was playing
gaming.
with my toes a year ago. I'll tell you that.
I was at an event in San Diego, and there was a man who had a bind for his nose. I'm not kidding you. Like he played with it by his face, and when he wanted to throw a grenade, he would just smack himself in the head.
There's
It
a car
was perfect.
rotated past it.
That is wild.
It was pretty cool.
I'm liking the bolt action though. We talked about it a little bit in the run up here. Her gaming, rocking the M24. It's my favorite weapon in the game. And she's able to get one shot clean off of somebody on the vehicle, but not able to knock him out of the vehicle.
Yeah, so
I'm rooting for her now, though. She's using the M24.
So if someone has like a level 3 headpiece on and you get a snipe with that in the head, is it a one shot or will it tank a bullet?
Sadly, no. It'll
Only
tank
the AWM.
That's the big boy sniper?
It'll tank it. Yep. The AWM will ruin somebody.
You've hit on a sadness for many of us snipers for a very long time. The age-old argument of like the sniper says it should, but the run and gun Chad says please no.
Yeah.
That level 3 helmet is a godsend.
I'm kind of glad.
Well, it's also beautiful, and like so what you'll see in like higher level play too is the swapping of the level 3 helmet. People know that they can abuse the peak until it's knocked or damaged, and they'll switch out and stop doing the peeking. So it's really kind of nice to see how a lot of teams will manage this. Now we're watching her gaming. Great team here. Control, Dark, and Oreo playing with her, and looks like they're doing a great strategy, locking down a good location. They've got a decent circle spot. They're using the perspective to do their scouting instead of risking their utility. I really like the style of play.
Yeah, so talk to me again really quickly about the formatting for the points in these matches. Do you want to be going for kills, or is it more placement oriented?
So got a little bit of both. We've got kind of a traditional, get some rank points, finish first. I believe it's 15 points for first place, 12 for second, 10 for third, on down the list if you finish, I believe, in the top 8. We might have stretched it to the top 10. I'll have to refer to the scoring here as we pull that back up between games, but definitely rank high, score a lot of points, and then each elimination worth 1 point as well. And then challenges are the third factor that can affect scoring, and those are kind of random, just depends on what the challenge is worth. This last one here for this game was 10 points, so that's like an equivalent of a third place finish, just finishing that challenge. So it's a big deal to do those.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a huge deal.
So what we just saw, I believe, was one of the fragments that if you open it, it has a chance of giving you great armor, but there's also a chance it's a trap and it just launches you straight into the air. So if you had been contested or someone was nearby your house, there's a low chance, but they hit it, that you just get exposed to everyone around you. Or maybe you get a cool gun. So there's that sort of a risk of, clicking on those remnants when you see them. So we'll continue to track those throughout.
For sure. Those are the reversal fragments that are in the reminisce zones. And like you said, you can get launched into the sky, basically have to parachute back down. It's a bit of a cruel joke. 'Cause you want to get that, sweet new loot that you're hoping for there. But, hey, unfortunately for them, they had a little bit of a prank played on them.
So that's what that big dragon was flying out of the sky. Got a little bit unfortunate, didn't get the gun. See you later. You're in the air, buddy.
And everyone
knows,
everyone knows where you are now, right? Because that's basically the worst part of being ejected up there is everyone who's waiting for the next circles looking around and goes, oh, guess there's a team on that compound.
Yeah, get a load of this guy.
So we got Dr. Chemist here eyeing a compound, and his squad is surrounding it. They look like they're on the aggressive here. Levi able to pick up a grenade knock, and that should send the Hounds. They are going to be crashing on this compound. We'll see if the other members of this team are all in there. Unknown at this point, but Dr. Chemist looking to throw the Molotov upstairs as his teammates crash.
Oh, yeah, they're getting tacked out right here. What do you do in this situation? Just hope you're dodging them?
You cross your fingers and start to tap dance a little bit, man. It's not looking good here for the home team.
Oh, wow, they're mollying every little nook and cranny they can get one in.
Taking no chances right now. I think, to answer your question a bit more seriously, I mean, when you've got teammates knocked and you're kind of out of position and a bit scared, sometimes you just kind of lay low and hide, just don't move, don't make any sounds, and maybe, just maybe, they don't check all the rooms, don't check the corners, and, you might get lucky. We'll see.
Every successful team has to have a rat player. That's just how it is. Sometimes you got to be a rat.
There's people on my mark, okay?
Oh yeah, you can use the bed.
People on my green mark, so when we get out, be careful.
Strats coming in here from Dr. Chemist and the squad, just kind of listening. Ooh, gets tagged from distance there. Definitely a squad up in the compound about 300 meters out to his northwest. And they mean business, man. A lot of these players, remember, had to qualify through tournaments through their favorite content creators. So they're no joke. At least 2 members on every team. Like, they had to go through the gauntlet in order to even get here. So I'm expecting some really high skill in a lot of these teams.
Yeah, I love that, by the way. Just getting the community involved, getting the community a chance to get into a tournament, you know, as big as this. That's always awesome to see, getting everybody involved and giving everybody a chance to play. It's awesome.
100%. Still 60 players remaining right now on the map. Again, started with 64, so it is a very crowded map at this point in the game. Circles are shrinking, and we are looking to kind of move into the safe area that is starting to pop up here.
All right, it's getting real tight.
Farm in play.
Little farm, not a lot of space. His teams are starting to float over from that direction. We're headed up towards Potato Hill, as I like to call this big mountain.
Some action up there right
Yep,
now.
there's 2 teams trying to figure out who gets to be on the potato. Which is funny, because it looks like a potato on the map, but we also call it Potato Hill, because if you're holding it, you're just going to get destroyed anyway. Like, that's where the potatoes
You're a potato.
go. Yes, exactly.
That's where I'm going.
It's aptly named. It's perfect. Oh, here's the crash.
Oh, Bushka.
Good D from Bushka.
Nice spray.
Hey, we'll take it.
And cook that up.
Hey, Toffees, was it you that called out Bushka earlier? Yep. I can't remember. So I believe I heard his name. It's a team to watch here. And they are delivering on that promise right now. Bushka gets tagged a little bit, but able to stand and deliver the lead to the opponent. Pick up a couple elims there. Looking for the rest.
So are there any teams fully eliminated right now, or some just a little bit less healthy than others?
Looks like most are still in.
Only 2 eliminations.
We've got 57 teams, or 57 players, excuse me, still alive out of 64. So only 1 team mathematically could be eliminated at this point in time.
Here goes Bushka cooking another one up.
Wait. It's another one.
Finds it.
Finds it.
There's only 1 left in there. It's up, guys.
Very nice.
You know, Yamna's screaming right now. She is not happy.
Right.
Yeah, Bushka's nice with the grenades.
Let's get that nice little finishes off. Go ahead and push in. Easy peasy. He was still there.
Tried to crawl to safety there. It was not going to happen for her.
They got to worry about
like that. They
fourth,
are,
right?
I believe, down to 1.
I'm not sure.
We'll check in with him here soon, but
Maybe he was
Yamna loses, I believe, 3 members of the team, or it could have been another squad that rolled up. Couldn't really tell from Bushka's perspective, but they took down 3 players at that compound.
Well, you could tell from Bushka's response too. They weren't really like after they got the finish. It was like, was there really only 3 of them? So they're working with limited information right now. Which, if you play a lot of PUBG Mobile, you know one of the scariest things is lack of information. So they'll immediately finish looting, get the cars, and probably leave because they're so far from the circle, but also because they don't know where the spoiler is, and you just don't want to be around here if someone's sitting in a bathroom waiting to ruin your day.
Just let me go first. I'll find a spot. You guys can come behind.
You love that, especially when somebody crashes on this compound, like from the entire different direction, and then you realize there's somebody already sitting in it. It's like, well, are they together or no? Can't really tell sometimes.
Yeah, how early will? Sorry, go ahead.
No, go, Scump. All you.
I was going to ask, how early will people rotate into these circles? Do they kind of wait until it's closing in, or will they try to fight for that space earlier, or does it kind of all depend on just map positioning of other teams?
It's a little bit of everything. Super dynamic, but typically you got 2 styles of play. You got the edgers, the people that are coming in from the very edge of the, the safe zone. And then, oh no, he's in trouble for harming teammates. Molotov on him. Unintentional, but
it wasn't his fault. He said, "I'm volleying," and his teammate ran in to finish the flush. So that's not.
What are you doing, Joe?
That's not on Jacob.
That's crazy. That's funny. And then, Scump, back to my point, though, you got early rotators that'll hit center zone and kind of fortify a defensive compound or something and prioritize that zone position, which typically works out pretty well, but you're going to face a lot more people looking to take that position from you.
Gotcha, yeah. So it's that risk-reward factor.
Yep.
Lou gets shot out of the car.
Placement teams versus chaos teams.
Oh, wow. Look at these shots.
I feel like some of those, those chaos teams and the people that are feeling very confident, very sure of their gun skills, they're going to take that position early on, and those that are maybe looking to avoid conflict and make sure everything's popping up in front of them and not behind them, they're going to be the ones on the edge of the circle like you're seeing right here. But occasionally, you got some people to sneak in behind out in that blue zone. That can be a really effective strategy as well.
Yep. So if you guys are at home again, if you're joining us, you're like, hey, I follow Scump everywhere. I want to learn about this game even more. Stuff like the blue, it doesn't hurt you that badly until you are about circle 4, right? So you have the ability to sort of utilize wraparounds, flanks inside of that blue to gain strategic advantage. That's what we just saw from that team that pushed over there.
So how effective are like painkillers, energy drinks, things like that against the storm?
So
pretty critical.
Yeah, they're very critical, especially early on. When in the first 3 circles in blue, your full boost will counter the blue essentially. Once you hit those later circles, it becomes so intense that you can't even use a heal pack to like beat the blue. So
you
it's
said that's around circle 4.
I would say 4 is where you start to stress a little bit, but it's really not till we get to around 5, 6 that the pain becomes deeply tangible. And more importantly, you don't want to burn the 3 or 4 packs you got to heal in blue because you're going to need them when you get to the circle and you get picked or shot on your transition. So you need to make sure it's really about managing utility as you enter the late game.
Got you. Yeah, you definitely want to have that. I mean, BRs always. You want to make sure you're healthy on those heals.
Oh,
don't want to be caught without them.
Proactive counter push right there.
Nice. Yeah, Ahmad.
Got that shack nice and occupied. That was like, oh, there's somebody here already, and they're not making it easy. Look at this.
Ahmad's been lighting up the kill feed.
Mm-hmm. Metal core tape.
Man, that was crazy. We saw rough little entry there onto that shack, but high ground here at Potato Hill.
Bro,
still looking strong.
My man
trying to pick off.
My man saw that guy on the tree, stopped, took a drink, put his drink down, then lit him up.
Very, very casual, right? I got people on all sides of them right now. Metacore's got this. He's a shotgun. What are we doing?
Yeah, I saw the shotgun bloom there.
Easy pickings, though. This is like shooting fish in a barrel right now. There's still some out on that horizon.
Lovely high ground spot. The problem is the next circle is going to start pushing everyone to locations with no cover and no control right now. So everyone's going to have to start to work their way in just a little while, and that's going to be really challenging for a lot of these teams.
Wow.
But this is that point where we talk about transition. Sorry, go ahead, Power.
I was going to say, look at the zone on her mini-map. Like, it is tiny right now, and they had a great position, but just went a little too far, in my opinion. But they might actually take this position.
Smoke it out if you can.
They're going to be under siege, though.
On fire.
They're out of zone now.
That almost blew me up.
Shocking.
Yeah, those third partiers hear this fight, and they're probably like, ooh, let me get in there, try to clean up all this loot, get a few kills maybe.
And that's, I think what you just touched on is where the strategy, the end game comes into play. Earlier you asked, do you look at placement or do you look at kills when it comes to points? The goal of every team is placement first. But once you get to here and you go, man, there is no chance I'm gonna chicken dinner this because my position is so bad, you pivot. And your goal is to get as many kills at that point as you possibly can. Because you know
now you're just trying to sabotage.
Yep, because every spot up is only 1 point. But if you can say take 3 out of a team before you go down, that's 3. So that is exactly. You're trying to sort of maximize your point gain while limiting RNG just a little bit.
Gotcha.
Love that. Dr. Kim is still in the running here with just Doom up on his
P90 though.
So he's hoping that Doom can carry the team. We're down to 13 players left in this lobby, down to 12 as the Bushka's eliminated. Pretty good performance from him in this early action. Bushka able to put up some damage here. We saw him earlier at the compound getting some elims. So Dr. Kimmis' squad, though, they have 20 eliminations so far, and as a team, they've done over 4,300 damage so far.
Wow.
So they are rocking and rolling.
The doctor is in. Nice. That was called accuracy through volume.
You're not in zone.
I know. Watch your angle. Use the car's cover.
As evidenced by that giant blue wall.
You asked earlier about...
Look at the drifting. I love that so much.
Will we see cars used in the end game as a strategy? Yes.
Yeah, no, he's using this as cover too. He's got a nice little head glitch if he wants to pop up and use it, and they got a couple people up on their team. They're looking strong here.
Yep, especially in the third-person perspective, which you can switch back and forth now. It's been added to the game. It's actually a really nice touch to be able to switch into first person if you want to. But when you're in these defensive spots, having that camera control, always a really nice part of the game, and that's just the way it works. Use the strategy that is given to you to find your information. That's why we see a lot of people down on the ground moving through the grass nice and slow, because you can use that camera to get a little extra peekaboo, if you will.
Yeah,
Pro tips here from Toffees.
I'm trying to see if there's anybody up on top of that hill right now, just holding them out of zone, because that's going to rotate in. They're going to get held here, and it looks like somebody does have it.
Getting real.
Absolutely. I would have loved to have seen Her Gaming stop in that zone a little bit earlier. As you can see, they're climbing. They're having to crawl like all the way across the circle right now to get to safety. But Metalcore, they own the high ground right now, and I really like their spot. You're going to probably see them rotate in late because they have such good visibility. Pretty much all angles of this zone are covered, and you know, they've got to hit their shots, though, because once they peak, they're going to be fully exposed and kind of silhouetting on that sky. So we'll see if they're able to get it done.
Ruh-roh, jumping through the smoke didn't work.
Caster curse.
Hey, Jacob in the smoke, jumps in the Murado, going to try to make a move. He's picking up his teammate because the tires are out on the other car. Going to make a rotation up the side, grabbing some help along the way. The smokes tell you where they are, and then you just want to stay away from them. Here we go.
Stopping hard.
Nice.
Oh, wow, this is a good spot up here, and they find one out of it, too.
Wow!
Is he in the zone? Yeah, he's in the zone.
He's gonna get knocked.
Damn it.
Oh my goodness. And a new ace eliminator, which is a rank, very high rank in the game from someone on the team. So that's pretty cool. And they eventually go out here. Really impressive play from Jacob. Just took a little bit too much damage there. And Joe trying to maybe get a revive here as he gets it. Joe saved Joe. He's got that self-revive coming in.
Little defib.
Molly or shoot through?
Molly or shoot through. I like that call. Why not both?
Oh, wow. Okay, Joe.
Joe with the clutch.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Jacob celebrating Joe as Joe steps in and delivers for the squad. Jacob's fleet getting it done in game number 1 as their OG player Joe steps up and comes in clutch with the blind fire through the smoke. Wouldn't want it any other way. Man, lots of action in our first game. We ended up playing themed Erangel. We saw all kinds of stuff, even people getting rocketed back up into the sky. Gonna come to you first, Toffees. What'd you think of our first?
Hey, I love the ending. I love that Joe knew his gun so well. If you guys know the P90, it has the fastest fire rate in the game. So when he was drawing smoke, he doesn't have to worry about bullets sort of missing the shots, right? If you're doing an M4, you got to really slow down that smoke drag. He just P90 blazed it. It was like, I know I'm going to hit someone in there. At the very least, when that smoke dissipates, I'm fighting someone at 25%. So loved the mentality of Joe to go ahead and just take that choice.
50-plus rounds to throw through that smoke, and you know people are weak at this point. Scump, what about you? It's first time checking out the brand new themed Erangel mode as part of this latest update 3.7 for PUBG Mobile. Saw a cool team statue here, but what were your impressions?
Yeah, no, I love the plays out of Team Jacob. I mean, that guy was so good last year, and he seems to be keeping that same strategy with his team. They go for a little bit of a risky rotation there at the end of the game, but it ends up working out. His teammate gets a revive off, and then he's in a 1v1 and hits the shot. So I like that risk-taking early rotation, trying to take advantage of the map and take control. So shouts out to them, and it's good to see Jacob still killing it.
I love seeing the...
He really is. And here's the new Camel.
Oh,
and check this out. It's a new vehicle to help get you across the map, but... you know, it doesn't add any additional speed as they do go down to the blue zone there, but love the use here of the Camel. And then we got Lou Power, unable to get it done against the squad. Love the studio, though. He's nice and themed with this Road to Rondo broadcast. And then Metalcore here, they had great position all around here, just couldn't quite land the shots, Toffee.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that what it always comes down to? I love that they did that little push. The thing, though, is... they didn't expect that team to be so proactive coming out of the shack. They thought they had a chance to push and dismount. Those players were out of the shack to counter the push before they even had a chance to hit the e-brake. So really, really smart, aggressive play by these teams. And I think a big part of that, Scump, is that all of our shot callers are OGs who have been in this game forever and know how to be proactive. I know you've played competitively for a long time, and I think there is a huge value to having a shot caller with the experience in a game 7 years in the making.
Let's go.
Oh, 100%. It takes your mind out of having to think about, hey, what am I going to do off this rotation? I can just worry about aiming my gun and looking for these players on the map while he does all the thinking for me. So it's always great to have a very experienced IGL in any BR, really.
Love it. Well, we'll take a peek at our Game 1 leaderboard. After one round of action, we've got a themed Erangel in the books, and Jacob's Fleet has picked up 33 points and sits on top of the game standings. But Dr. Chemist Lab dropping 20 eliminations actually secure the most points of the round. They pick up 39 down there in 5th place. So again, a massive performance from them. You know they've got to be loving it. And then we got Chiffon Explorers and Metal Medallions rounding out our top 3, at least for that round. But I think the real standout here, Scump, is Dr. Chemist Lab just absolutely slaying and picking up the 10 challenge points to really rocket them up the leaderboard.
Yeah, 20 kills. I mean, holy guacamole. These guys were out there frying everybody. We got to get a little more POV of Dr. Chemist Lab. I got to ask you guys, does your predictions change?
Yeah.
Any after the first map?
Well,
why don't we ask right before the last round, Scump? I feel like my predictions are very fluid, as I have an opportunity to see more of these leaderboards.
Yeah,
where's Win?
Right? I would say Win, Bella, Solara. Our picks aren't doing great right now,
Yeah.
but it is only one game. I will say, Farouk's forces with 15 elims, still really impressive. And in my experience watching PUBG Mobile, the walkaway here for our viewers is if you're one of those teams like the Doc or Farouk who got those 15 plus kills, you're not always going to get the placement. The circle's not going to favor you, right? Like, so our winners got a good circle. They played it well. Love you guys. That said, teams like Farouk who can get 15 points off of the sort of nothing burger that they got, that sets them up because they're eventually gonna catch a circle. And when you catch a circle, that nothing burger becomes some sort of supersized combo meal that brings in all of those points, all of those calories that you need to feast on a chicken dinner.
Amazing. Well, guys, good news. We've got sweepstakes. We got our first winner to announce here coming up here right now. So I think we get that on the screen. Our third place winner from the $10,000 sweepstakes is Saloji Ricky. Look at that. 2 winners for third place. You got to love that. You're going to be taking home a PUBG Mobile suitcase and a new Galaxy Tab S9, $100 gift card, and 3,000 UC. Man, oh man, that's a lot of loot here just for watching a little, mobile game broadcast. What do you say, Toffee?
I mean, I love loot. That's why I play Battle Royale. This is nice, though. I don't have to run around a city where everybody's trying to take me out to get these things. So the fact that we'll just ship it to you, well, that makes it worth all the trouble.
Yeah, congratulations to you two. That's awesome. A nice suitcase. Yeah. Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, that always comes in handy for the travel, Can't go wrong there. So sweet prizes as usual. If you guys have not entered for the sweepstakes just yet, definitely go check that out at the link in the description. You can find that at amg.gg/Road to Rondo Sweeps. Or scan the QR code that's conveniently right on your screen right now and get yourself entered for those sweepstakes, eligible for U.S. and Canadian residents only. But very, very excited to take a peek forward here to what is upcoming. So our themed Erangel first, and now I want to check out that new map that we've got. It's going to be Rondo coming up here in just a moment, and as Toffees mentioned a little bit earlier, 8x8, most of that land is playable. It's going to be massive, and it's an absolutely beautiful landscape. It's a good mix of urban areas as well as some nice scenery, some rolling hills and meadows. Very interested to see how this is going to play out. But Toffees, what are you looking forward to on map number 2?
So I think one of the things I love most about when a new map enters the game is, again, we talked about the value of those shot callers who are OGs that have been with us since the beginning. They're 7 years into this game. Well, they're not 7 years into Rondo. That means that they are learning it at the same rate that everyone else is. So you might have some new all-stars coming up through the ranks that we're going to see saying, oh no, Bella, I know a better spot to go. So I'm excited to see those players who have been putting the time into this map because they will thrive. This is a massive map. The biggest that PUBG Mobile has ever released, the most variance in style of map, the least amount of cover in some spots, and the most in others. You go to Jadena, I mean, they have moving walkways that fire you into fight
skyscrapers,
sky
Sounds
jumping,
awesome.
zip lines, chaos, fury,
Give me all of it.
all of the things, and they may never even go there. That's the crazy part, is they could end up out in the middle of nowhere enjoying pagodas and paper lanterns. The map has all of it, and I'm excited to see where we end up because that circle is going to change so many different ways this map is played.
Yeah, what are your guys' favorite
incredible.
landing spots on this map?
Jadena.
Where do you think these players are going to go?
Jadena's for the scenery. The loot there is great. And then me personally, I like you, Lynn, as well. It's a very peaceful, like we saw actually in the video right before this thing started. We saw Bushka, Shifan, the Saurus, and Farouk, if I remember all four of them correctly. They had a chance to go check out the Shenzhen Flower Gardens, and it looks very, very similar to that. Love me a little Eugene there, and there's a lot of great places to land though all across the map.
I'll tell you where
I'm
I land.
excited to see where they go. Yeah, tell me.
Test Track and Neox Factory. They're both relatively centered. They both have insanely high loot calibrates, and I have a theory that the algorithm favors those locations. Now we know none of that's real, right? You can't flip a coin and expect it's going to come up tails after 30 trances. But myself playing, it tends to go there a lot. So I have this sort of belief that you should always go somewhere near Neox or Test Track because there's a good chance the circle ends up there.
I like that call. That's a fair shout. It reminds me a little bit of Kendi. You gotta get a trend for the zones and kind of where to go. Might see similar things on Rondo. And again, who knows how mobile is going to be calibrated. We'll see sooner rather than later, though, as these players start to get used to it. Scump, I gotta ask your expert opinion. As a seasoned professional gamer, my friend, how would you approach a brand new map? As Toffees mentioned, this has been out for 7 years, the game, but this is a new map. No one's ever seen it before on PUBG Mobile. We're all learning it at the same pace. How do you approach this, and what's your strategy if you're suiting up for one of these teams?
Brand new map. I'm probably landing pretty safe, to be honest, trying to get pretty good loot up in the up on the characters, and then honestly, I'm just slow working it the whole way in, trying to pick up on rotators, not trying to rush it in. I am an edge player through and through in Battle Royale, so I'm probably sticking to the outskirts and working my way into the hot spots.
I like it.
I like that. It's a good call. Maybe a little stadium drop for you or something. For me, stadiums are always like, I love stadiums. Give me, like Picado and Miramar. Throw me a stadium here on Rondo. That's a solid spot for me personally. But, again, Toffees, any favorites for you?
I'm a big believer in loot efficacy, right? The idea that you want to loot and be out as quickly as possible. So things like arenas, those test tracks where you can just run in a straight line, pick up what you need, and rotate before anyone else on a new map gives you massive advantages. So fast efficacy, out of your loot spot by 2.5 minutes, and a quick rotation to center of circle because no one else knows the map, right? Like they're going to be like, I don't know where the crash spots are. I don't know what the good compound is. You should be there first and then punish them when they're driving around like idiots because they didn't do their preparation, okay? Because, if this was on I'm going to say Powerbank, if this was my team, I would have logged in 3 days ago and been nothing but driving in circles on this map, learning every nook and cranny because that's how you win battle royales, knowing what your opponent doesn't. Yes, perfect
good preparation leads to good results, and that is tested and true. Yeah, I'd be scouting out the map like you said, going for some of those high loot areas for sure, just trying to get a head up on the competition because it is so close here.
Grab some vehicles and go exploring, am I right?
That's right.
Check out every single corner of the map. We are just a little bit under a minute away from our second match of the evening. Again, we're playing 5 tonight. This one's coming up on Rondo. But, gentlemen, I got to ask you, after we saw our first round, do your predictions change at all? Are we still sticking with the folks that we went with earlier? Or did anybody stand out to you as like, wow, we got to watch out for this team?
Okay. Farouk and Doc have me worried because they had looked so good in that first game. But that was a wrangle. They know the map. So I am going to double down. I'm going to believe that Bella Fox has been practicing for this event because she was chirping, and that means that they've gotten better at Rondo than anyone else. So I think Bella and her crew are going to come up with maybe not a chicken, but for sure a top 3.
Okay.
I love it.
I think I'm changing. I'm going to the Team Chemist. I mean, holy, how could you not? They just dropped 20 kills. I don't care if they don't know the map. Those guys are shooting right now. I'm going Team Chemist. I'm sorry, Win. I'm switching my prediction early.
Front runner. We're calling him out. Scump's front running.
Yep.
Now watch Win come back with a resurgence.
I'll eat it.
Just scream his way to victory. And hey, if he does, I'm switching teams as well, and I'm gonna go with him. You don't get credit.
Yeah, I'll eat my words if Win comes back and proves me wrong, but I'm switching up early.
So here it is, Rondo. We are getting ready to dive in right now. A little preview of the city. Jadena, look at those skyscrapers. It's so wild to see that inside of PUBG Mobile. Very, very cool here as we take a peek across the bridge into the city. And teams are going to be jumping out of this plane here shortly. We've got 64 players. We've got 16 squads on their way in, and it looks like they are going to be coming in from the southwest part of the map.
Yeah, here they are.
That's that moving walkway I was talking about. I love that they did this with Rondo. So one of the challenges in PUBG Mobile, and really Battle Royale in general, is those transitions. Bridges, wide open spaces. You just think to yourself, like, I wish I could get through here quicker. They've built in moving walkways like you'd find in an airport all over Jadena City. So when you're crossing a wide open bridge, it is 50% faster to make those moves, which opens up a lot of strategic play inside of those places to fight.
Did he miss?
I don't know about you guys, but
missed.
That's me at the airport. I'm always on those things, just flying through, flying past people.
Oh,
I know.
Scump, I don't know if you saw that. There's a floating island in the sky a millennium ago. A palace was created.
Yeah, no, I saw
it's
that.
The imperial residence of the Golden Dynasty. Where you're supposed to land on it, and Jacob and squad, well, they missed,
They bricked
and
it.
Unfortunately for them, yeah, they're gonna have to loot up on the normal the map here. But hey, you know, maybe it won't come back to bite them. But everyone else is gonna be fighting up in the Gilded Palace, and they'll have an opportunity to get some sweet loot up there. But
Yeah,
Jacob, unfortunately, miscalculates the drop.
And so everybody goes there because they get a second life, technically. So you can go up there, try to farm some kills, get a second life. If you come out on top, it's fantastic, but there's really no downside to it.
I don't know if chat's telling me the truth right now, but according to the chat, fans of Win say he grinded to Conqueror rank exclusively on Rondo to learn this map better than anyone else.
Wow.
So we'll see if that's true. I don't know if I always believe chat, but we're here chatting with you guys. No worries. Now, this is not the challenge this time. The loot is good, but the teams do not have to be here on the island. The challenge this time is called the stunning selfie. You have to get a stun gun, take a team selfie with it, and post it on social media, or you will be forced, are you ready for this, to wear sunglasses for the rest of the round.
Hey, there you
Oh,
go.
that's fine.
Yeah, you're looking.
That's
You're
fine.
looking stylish too while you're out there slaying. I like that.
And maybe even better.
That's exactly right. You can do that. Just hopefully they're not polarized, right? You know, you get that weird glare where you can't really
Between
see
the polarization and my NVIDIA deep fry, it'd be a disaster.
That's okay. Well, hey, we do have this nice little free run at the Gilded Palace here. Teams are able to revive if things don't go their way, but that's okay. Her Gaming is coming to slay. They got all 4 members up, and they're looking for that stun gun. It's a brand new weapon. Rondo exclusive, and it temporarily blinds and immobilizes targets, so it's a really, really good weapon to kind of kick off these fights.
Yeah, that sounds great. What's the range on that bad boy?
Not great.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I don't know
stun
the
guns
exact
are.
number. It's like a.
It's about equivalent to a pistol.
close.
It is.
Okay.
It's really great for drops. So like if you drop into a contested area, it's kind of like you find a big explosive in different maps. Like you get it, it gives you a chance to get away if you need to take an early game fight. It's doubtful we'll see it used past the 6-minute mark in really a strategic way, but it is a ton of fun in hot drops.
Gotcha. Hit him with a quick stun. Get a freebie.
Yep.
Is it just one shot? That's it.
Yeah, I believe there's a recharge period.
Oh, okay.
To be
Makes
honest,
sense.
I have been ineffective at hitting people with it and don't have time to get through the recharge before I start a new game.
Hey, at least you're honest. That did me
It
as
is
well.
what
You're
it
good.
is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It's like shotguns. The players swear by them, but for some reason when I fire a shotgun, it never hits anybody.
Yeah, no,
I find if you're solid with that tapping, you're good to go. You get that one shot, land on target. You're gonna love the stun gun.
Okay.
The west side though.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. So update. It is 3 bolts. So you get 3 shots to go
Okay.
off one after another. That makes sense.
Okay, so yeah, that you get a little bit of leniency. You don't have to hit all your shots. Is it a spam though, or is it like can you 1, 2, 3, or do you have to wait a second?
I'm gonna keep my eye out and check it out. Oh, we got a challenge. The stunning selfie has popped up, and it is worth 5 points. And it looks like there are a lot of quantity available, 14 available here. So basically, if you do this challenge, get yourself a nice, cool 5 points for the squad, and we'll see if these guys will capitalize on this beautiful opportunity.
Oh yeah, true.
You can get like clean over.
There's 14 of them.
You hear him discussing his strategy, figuring it out. Look how comfortable Bella looks when she plays.
Ooh, sweet.
Just lounging.
She's chilling, man. Yeah, this is a good pick. I mean, look how comfortable she looks. She's just like game.
Look at the claw. You see the claw?
There in the chair. Look at her
got
go.
a forefinger.
She's doing the look away, right? It's like shooting the deep three and turning the back to the basket. That's what she's doing here with the M2.
Are you a gyro player? Are you a
249.
gyro player, Power Bang? You still use the old aiming?
Oh, you
okay,
have to
okay.
be. You have to.
I just can't. I have such a hard time adjusting to it. It's so good.
First, like 2.5 years maybe of playing, I was like, nah, that's not for me, man. That's weird. Because it wasn't something that was common on because PUBG Mobile really kind of pioneered a lot of the, the gun games on mobile. And once gyro, I finally switched over, I was like, oh, this is a must-have.
Okay.
It's so effective.
Well, that's the new gun. You saw the, I think it's JS9 is the name of it. It's a submachine gun with a nice long clip, and it is uncomfortably accurate at close range. So that and super fast firing. So it's
it looks like one of those guns that just is a absolute bullet hose.
Yep, absolutely. It's kind of like a scaled down P90. Same sort of vibe as the speed of the hit. It's just obviously a smaller bullet type than the P90, which is a much less common firearm.
Gotcha.
But a
couple more squads picking up that challenge. See Farouk getting it done, win circle, picking up the stunning selfie there. So we got some teams starting to redeem those points. That's going to come in really clutch on those leaderboards. We saw how last round Dr. Chemist picked up 10 points for that. So you don't want to be one of the squads not picking up points for the challenge.
Shout out to, it looks like we got a day one, it looks like we got a day one player hanging out in the chat. In fact, if you guys are hanging out with us in the YouTube and you're a day one player, I want you to type that you're day one, just so we can give you the respect you deserve for being here for the last 7 years. Thank you so much, and I'm glad you're still loving it just like we are.
Got to raise my hand.
Yeah,
for that
you did.
One, my
Oh, we got some fights going down here. They're getting active.
Let's go down.
Again, looks like we're gonna go ahead and get those reses, get that flush.
No time for that.
It's nice though. I do like that they've added this, the idea that you could fight early and it doesn't really cost you your game necessarily. It's nice to see teams enjoying both sides of Battle Royale. This idea that I can still have a good, fun hot drop and still get to play the strategic end game is really cool.
I actually love that as well. It just allows you to play a little bit more free. Obviously, BRs, you really want to be very, very safe. But this, I love a good hot drop without any repercussions. That's right up my alley.
You know, I got to third that. I love it as well, but I will say that even before that feature was a thing, it never held me back anyway. I was always just hot dropping. No cares.
Oh,
if I
course.
die early, then so be it. We're going to jump back into another game.
Oh, yeah. If you're just playing public matches, for sure, send it. But in something like this, a little bit more high stakes, I'm definitely playing it a little bit more safe.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean, $20,000? That's not high
Oh,
stakes.
come on.
It's
Come
just video
on.
games for a day. No big deal.
All right.
I'd be out there sweating right now.
Weird flex power bag. there's two players on these teams who would love that money.
My gun away.
Right.
Whoops.
Oh,
Dude, that
100%.
father-son duo would be like, bro, we are going out for
Sorry.
steaks.
Okay, what about?
Yeah, I'm
wait,
becoming a
so
big
rest of the round,
Bushka fan. I was liking
Yep.
the grenades last game. I'm a big Bushka guy
Yo,
here.
I got news for you, Scump. If you like
because we didn't get the
Bushka,
selfie
he's
with
one of
someone.
the
That's
7
what I'm kidding.
creators who's in the brand new Victory 7 voice pack that you can get for free in-game right now by getting some friends to work with you on those redemptions. But Bushka, if you like what he's doing, he can narrate your game for you.
Oh, that's awesome,
Right?
Bushka. I love that for Bushka.
I can't wait to hear those voice packs. We got the Lucky Star Friend Reunion. It's live now. Team up with friends. Complete missions to receive your exclusive Victory 7 voice pack. You know, I've got one in there, but now that you know, these voice packs have become more popular, I think that they're giving creators the freedom to say kind of whatever they want, more or less, on these voice packs. So I expect some creativity from some of these folks. I know Bushka's is going to be a riot.
Yeah, that's awesome. I always love whenever games support the community, let them get into the game, and then let their communities kind of get on board. It's always fun to see that implementation. So that's awesome.
Watching Bella play on the screen, but also through the reflection on her glasses, is like PUBG Mobile Inception, and I love it.
So nonchalant. So nonchalant, I feel.
I wonder if like one of the
The aviators are a vibe.
They added
Yeah,
a whole
really
vibe.
though.
Like, we're all like, man, she's so cool when she plays, and she's like, hold on, aviator time. All
Yeah,
right, Top Gun,
I
calm
love
down.
I love the glasses look.
This is them.
She just needs to throw on a little pilot suit and walk out to her F-16 and play in the cockpit.
Can you imagine?
Top Gun style. She's looking cool, calm, and collected here. All 4 players on the squad still in, but same can be said for every team right now. 64 players still left on the map. We see Win doing a little scouting right now, holding the fire for the moment, but seeing those teams rotate over. Go for the clips, Win. Go for the clips.
I keep hoping.
Come on, Win. Show me something.
The discipline.
I keep hoping that one of these guys did not have, I don't have a pair of cool glasses lying around, right? Because I break them all the time. And if we were playing in this and they were put glasses on, it would be the goofiest, busted free pair that I got from some sort of Halloween party. So I'm hoping somebody's got some glasses that are just brutally unentertaining, but apparently they're all cool. Look at this guy.
Yeah, no, they're all looking super
cool.
cool with the glasses.
What is this parachute?
Sounds like some lit Halloween parties.
Yeah, they are good Halloween parties. I do love it. It's my favorite second favorite holiday.
Watch out.
I used to live in Salem, Massachusetts, Halloween capital of the world.
Oh, wow.
The party started October 1st and didn't end till the next month.
Hey, that's us here as well. We love Halloween.
Nice.
Our cat's name is Binks.
Nice. It's Hocus Pocus, right?
Ooh.
Yep.
P90
Hocus
going
Pocus.
to town there for Rolex.
Good man, good man.
One more. Inside.
Oh, yeah, aces.
Nice push. I like the double peek. Oh, the corner.
They can't have much loot, so.
The camper never stood a chance. It's the P90, man. It's just too strong, Power Bank.
Yeah, we might get third party. Yeah, we might get third party. Just get ready.
Yeah, would you say
Absolutely,
the P90
that
number 1
P90 's
SMG?
crazy. I would not personally.
Really?
It's got a lot of rounds to put into it. Yeah, but that's just me.
Electrical?
I'm probably not meta, but I'm always loving me some Uzi personally.
All right,
Bro,
all
I'll
right.
see anything.
Yeah, I will go P90 all day if it's available. I'll drop ARs for a P90 on a personal basis. I wonon't do that for the JS9, but I think some of these players might. I've seen a really big movement among competitive players to embrace the JS9 more and explore it because it's just such a fast rate of fire.
I love it. It's got great balance, stable recoil, JS9 new in this update. So definitely keep your eye out for that weapon. We'll see if any of these guys pick it up and put it into use.
All right, and for those of you guys who are just joining us, we're giving hints throughout the broadcast. We've given away one so far. It's been a bit of a journey, and we've got a little farther to go. We'll have more hints for you throughout the event today.
Let's go, Lucy. Lucy, let's go.
All right. Coming around.
Now, Lou's he's got quite the vibe going on in his studio as well. He's got the shades on.
Is he
Look
standing?
at this guy.
No, he's sitting. Okay.
Yeah, they seem pretty urgent. They said, let's go, let's go.
No smoke.
I mean,
Lucy gets down.
that's the age-old PUBG, right? PUBG Mobile is like, you always want to loot just a little bit longer. There's always one guy on your team like, we got to go now. We got to go now. We got to go now.
Yeah, I'm in the bag for sure.
Lou's playing in English too. I haven't heard him do that before, so
cool.
he's probably trying to communicate with the team. He's from LATAM, so he's Spanish by his first language. So pretty cool to see him talk to the team here.
That is cool. Yeah, he's got. You look at the flags in there. You got a lot of variety to that team. So.
He's fun to watch
Yeah.
though. Even if you can't understand what he's saying, he is such a load of energy, man. He's so much fun to watch. We'll see here.
I heard
They're able
Ariba,
to,
which I think means top. That's all I got from the comms, though.
Nice. You got more out of that class than I did in high school.
Yeah, no, really. Spanish 2 for the win.
I learned how to get to
Yeah,
the
they look
bathroom.
like they're in a little bit of trouble here. They're getting held from on top of that hill. How are they going to navigate this?
Try to land on a mountain.
The emergency
They're
pickup.
going to be fine. I have faith. Lou Power's going to lead him to victory. Maybe.
Right? All right, so it's 59 players still. That's so wild with this circle. It's a symptom of the size of this map, right? Like, because there's so much space to sort of spread out and find your locations right now, and it's going to get significantly more congested over the next 5 minutes. We're going to start to see players drop. I expect a lot of crawling in the end game.
Man, just absolutely lasers from range. I didn't even see that player that was behind the wall there, and Rolex was able to connect 2 or 3 times. He's going to scale up to the roof here as well, get a better vantage point. We'll see if he's able to land some shots. But always super deadly from range.
Oh, nice. Skyburst. That's hard to time. Well done.
Yeah, I came a little bit further wide.
I'm getting shot from behind.
Dr. Chemist, remember this? What did they have? 20 kills? 16?
They had 20.
20. See, I couldn't even. I thought 20, but I was like, that's silly. There's no way it was 20.
Yeah, what are they on now? Do they have any right now in this game?
None yet.
Let's take a peek. Dr. Chemist.
I can't even fathom that. Where did they find 20 people last game?
Are they sitting on 9, you said?
Yeah.
Wait, they have 9 this game?
Jeez Louise.
Yep.
Where are they finding these people? They're killing everybody.
You know, it's the
it's the palace.
The Nox and the Elam's in the drop spot.
Yeah,
Those
that's
are
gotta
out
be
as
it.
well. So it's like you get credited, but technically they're still on the map.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit misleading to some degree, but still, I mean, at the end of the day, it counts for points.
Oh, absolutely. I'm glad I switched up because those guys are dominating those hot drop zones.
You have to hot drop basically if you want to win this tournament. It sounds like because if you can pull 9 points and then lose and then like die, you're still walking away with a huge elimination count.
Yeah. So what would you classify as like a bad game? Like what is the
think so.
threshold
He
that
must
you
have been
don't want to go under for like a game that will just lose you the tournament basically?
With the with the Hourglass Island, I would say that number needs to be north of 6 on average. I would say without Hourglass
exactly where I
Island,
was sitting.
3 to 5 is your target, but you got because everyone's hot like dropping early, you need to have 6 to 7 minimum game average to be in the hunt.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at like a 1-for-1 off the hot drop. Like everybody needs to take down at least one person, and then if you can pick up a couple during the game, that's like a okay, game. Get at least 6. But the teams that are really crushing it, like for right now, Rolex and his team have 12. Well, now they probably have more than that, but they are absolutely cruising right now, looking really, really strong in the early game. But again, if you picked up 6, that's probably not going to keep you, too close to the top of the tables, but it might help you from falling too far behind.
Not when Chemist is dropping 20 and he's got 9 already in this game.
Yep.
And they're probably going to get more at this rate.
It is.
Oh,
I mean,
wow, great shot.
I do hope there's a point where like other teams recognize what's happening and they disengage from fights with Chemist, which is not going to be uncommon as we get to the later stages of this event. That said, remember the second to last map, if I remember correctly, is the skills challenge. So that does mean that you can't sort of leave it for those last 2 games like a lot of times we'll see in competition because that's not going to be the same level of like I can get kill points, right? It's going to be a lot more skill based. So I think that teams need to understand like this game and the next one, you've got to get your kills on the board to keep up with Chemist and Farouk, or you're going to find yourself in a really tough position.
Yeah, once you get to those later stages, you kind of know where you're at in the tournament.
You see that triangle out there in the distance? That's portable cover that these guys can call in. And it actually just comes flying out of the sky super fast. So if you're in a situation on Rondo, which tends to happen a lot, where you just don't have the hard cover you need to fight, you can actually call it in now, which is pretty cool if you ask me. But Rolex,
it doesn't matter to
doesn't
Rolex.
care, man. He's taking them out. This is my pick, so hey, I'm happy to see we're still cruising.
Sheesh, they got 13 kills. These guys are nuts.
Team died already.
Making money.
Oh, he had to do them like that.
That is good. No, let's be honest. Bella Fox still four players alive. I'm still pulling. I believe this could work. I'm really copiuming here.
Just conserve your ammo, though. Conserve your ammo.
This is scuffed.
I don't know if it's scuffed, Jacob. I think you can survive this.
Take this team spot.
Watch out.
Knock one over
I've
here.
seen him get out of worse.
Yep.
Absolutely. Holographic sight at this range, though, with a submachine gun is pretty crazy.
Oh, yeah, that is definitely not ideal.
Cars driving at me. Yeah. Driving to the valley towards you guys right now.
Looks like he respawned and just didn't loot. He's struggling. He's got one gun. Nice shot.
That was amazing.
What a shot.
Metal feeling himself a little
Just
bit here.
ripped him out of the driver's seat.
That's one of those shots you hit. You don't even care if you lose the game at this point. Like, that's the highlight for your day. You're like, all right, I'm good.
Made it.
Yeah, done. Your buddy's like, man, we still have to play the game. Nah.
Nice. Nice save.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah, they're just grenading him.
Yep. You know they're in there
love that.
somewhere.
Yeah, in the tall grass, just throw grenades and pray.
When you have the chance,
It's country boy hunting. Throw that dynamite.
Position in
There you
front of us
go.
into the zone.
Give me nades.
I grew up a little bit country, so.
Look at that bridge, man. That looks like a whole workout
Right?
just to walk up and over it.
Yeah, it's got some slope to it.
Sheesh.
Get some good air.
You can use the bridge itself as like hard cover for days, man. I don't know if you can even lob a
That's
grenade.
true. That's
over
actually that's a 3 PP bridge right there.
Yeah, there's still like one person or something.
And so these triangles right here, they called these in to try to help themselves rotate in. Okay.
It's a new
See,
item.
I like
it's
that.
beautiful here on Rondo. You can call it in. You throw like a little flare stick and it drops the cover. So the cool part is it gets you a little bit of cover in an open spot that wouldn't normally be held by someone. And if you're really creative, you can try to kill someone with it, which is neat.
Oh, if it lands on top, will it land on top of their head and just crush them?
Smoosh. Very hard to happen, but I've seen it a few times and it always makes me like die laughing.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Yeah,
Those are
hopefully.
the perfect moments that you're looking for. Oh, look at this. He's lining them up. Rolex just waits for the perfect opportunity and connects, just mowing down the opposition. And they are cruising right now. 14 elims for Rolex, and that's a 15th on the board.
I feel like every time they
again,
switch over
really,
to this guy, he is just collecting kills.
Super balanced too right now as far as like the team output. A lot of times in these tournaments you see one player that's got like 10 to themselves. Right now there's 3 different players on the team that have 4. So everybody's contributing, and you gotta love what you're seeing from Rolex.
I really like what I'm seeing from
Running
Rolex.
low on the ammo though. All that fragging comes with a little bit of a downside, and that's supplies if you can't get to those crates.
Let's see what
Yeah, I'm giving him all the bullets the way he's shooting. He is just ripping people across the map.
They're at the next rock.
Oh, wow.
Oh, GG.
Wow.
There goes Jacob.
I think he had help from his teammate.
Zapped him.
Right, those 3 bullets were just beautiful, all 3. That was awesome. Look at that. He sees the head peek.
Go with that option.
I've never seen so much
Amazing.
cover in my life. Everyone's loving this deployable cover. Oh!
Ooh!
What?
Okay.
Shotgun hater, am I right?
Let me go on.
Levi's head.
ace.
Bye-bye.
Wow.
And hopefully he can get a revive here. We'll see. But nice shots there, getting that snipe. You know, hey, I said earlier we might not see the bolt actions today, and we've seen a couple of really nice shots this map. So I'm a fan, and we got a crash coming in from Rolex. They're trying to take advantage here. Shot out of the car, though. You know he's not happy with that.
No. Honestly, you want to kill a good player, it's the best time to do it when they can't shoot back. All right,
It's good D, though, from whoever was holding there. I didn't see who got the elim, but, Rolex is on an absolute heater and unable to actually fight back there. So a really, really nice job from the defender.
Ace is in the zone. Those glasses really added to the fear factor of facing him.
Yeah, he's
Love the
locked
tall
in right
grass.
now.
Yep.
Great stuff.
Using those smokes, trying to get across the field. This mountain looks like a hot spot. This little formation of rocks. There's like a couple teams lodged in between these cracks just waiting.
You see, you're kind of seeing what we talked about with this map, though, right? Where it's like very wide open, sort of really hot spots like this mountain, and tons of visual cover or obfuscation, but no hard cover.
Yeah, no, this mountain's definitely the spot right now. You can tell with all these fights going down. Whoever claims this rock might just win this map with all these head glitches and just area to finesse and play your life up here.
Stand on top of the rock. Everything
massive.
you survey is your kingdom.
Yeah.
Ace only has 1 player left up right now, and they're going to have to try to clutch it. 16 eliminations to the squad, and they're going to try to work their way into zone. Going off the hill, able to evade Farouk's fire here. But, man, really, really impressive from a lot of different teams right now, so I'm expecting some really exciting leaderboards. Metal picks up an 8 kill. We've got a knock there on 7. See if they crash it.
Okay, so there is like a little mini rock formation over here.
We got Ace allies are living the
Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
look
at
at all of
cover
them,
falling
yeah.
from the sky.
Move, bro.
They're setting up for that end game out in the field.
Do it.
Yeah, I got to buy his voice back. It's free. I don't have to buy it.
Hide, my friend. Hide.
I hope that's in there.
Instead saying hide.
Right?
Oh, no. Oh, no, Bushka.
He's got 2 knocks.
I gotta buy. You gotta get it. I hope that's what the voice back
His
is.
teammate, man, he fired, I don't know, 2 full clips, and I don't think he connected a single time.
Oh.
That was a small.
Finally
small
got
man
it,
and a
though.
big spray. That was huge.
Yeah, he's found what?
Oh.
3 knocks? Oh, there he goes.
Well, we asked for that. He found points. That's what you have to do.
Oh, it was so close.
Bro, कितने nade है इसके पास? You already did good job. Bro, this is crazy.
Oh, watch this grenade. This is going to be trouble.
Ooh, right inside of the deployable cover. He knows where they are. Boom.
Oh, wow.
Connects. Oh, 2.
Uh-oh.
And there's a third out there as well, so this is going to be right here. Oh, come on, tell me you saw him. Oh, they got cover. They got pressure from behind right now. Najar not able to get the finish. They got 2 on the ground down there, so really, really impressive nades.
I like that skyburst. He knew he was too far downhill to get a good actual grenade shot, so you blow it up right over the ridge so it stops the push. Remember, you can cook those bad boys.
Yeah, I was going to say he cooked that to perfection right there. Blew it up right over the top of the ridge.
I'm calling that man Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, pushing around the outside here. I like he's got that 3X. Goes low.
So these 2 knocks over here, did they get up? Yeah, they do get up.
Mm-hmm. I think they got 1 back. And he's going to be able, but the thing is now he's been able to relocate. This is really good visual cover if he decides he has to go out there. No one's going to push down this side of the hill because of that blue. So he secured his outside. He knows there's no snakes crawling up behind him. Now he can go back up here and play the top of the rock.
And Najar has got 10 elims by himself this game, so he's having an absolute banger of the game. Little peek from the top of the ridge here as Metalcore still in this one. Him and a teammate, Wanamir, trying to secure a chicken dinner, collect those 15 rank points. They're having a nice game themselves. Metalcore's been really consistent and really good in these community tournaments.
It's like showing that JS9 off. This is that new gun. Just entered the game. Very, very fast fire when he shoots this. Like, watch out. Like, just look how fast that magazine drains.
Yeah, I want to see him put it to work here. Oh, wow. Woo! I think he just got taken out by one as well.
Yep. And he still managed to get almost 14 rounds off.
Yeah, it just melted.
Where is he?
Is it a 1v1?
Yeah, they're all in this one.
I'm not sure. It might be 1v2, but there's definitely 2 guys down right now.
Oh, and that's shoddy. Here we go.
3 players up.
Nice one.
Nice.
Man, just spraying through the smoke, hoping to connect.
Nice,
and
nice. 1v1.
Metal's out. It is a 1v1.
Come on,
so
CEO.
And the nice shotgun S12K getting it done there. CEO getting the victory. But, you know, that's big, big news because that is the second time the Ace allies have gone deep into a match. Ace getting the victory, and they not only got the win, but they picked up a ton of eliminations in doing so. Very excited to see how that affects the standings here, so we take a peek on that in just a moment. But Scump, talk to us about game number 2 here. Rondo, first impressions of the map.
Oh, that was a joy to watch. I didn't really know where the circle was going to pull, if it was going to be towards the city, but I feel like that was one of the perfect areas. It was out in the marshlands.
Yep.
I love those rocks to be able to move and finesse. We saw so much action near there. It was fun to watch. Really fun to watch towards the end there.
It really was.
Absolutely. And Toffees, talk to us about that cover. We saw that like crazy in use as the circle started.
I mean, so that's the beautiful thing. One of the challenges on these big 8x8 maps is that you have so much sweeping terrain. We even see it on Erangel where there are spots that you know that if you do not have, say, one of these 2 or 3 compounds or a berm, you're just done for. Rondo fixes that because the deployable cover, as well as the ability to dig into the earth using things like pickaxes to create cover, has a whole new aspect added to this game. So everyone's going to be picking those up and just carrying because it doesn't take that much space in your backpack.
Yeah, I really
incredible stuff.
I really like seeing I really like seeing how people are using those deployable covers.
Yep.
I mean, the amount of strategic just positioning you can take from people and hold stuff, it was a real joy to watch how they really finesse that and use those to their advantage there.
Yep. Especially because when you talk about this map, like we said, the visual acuity is difficult. There's a lot of bamboo, there's a lot of these sort of tall grasses. And so when you're driving, you're not sure where you want to end up going. And then if somebody's using that deployable cover and they're in a spot that just doesn't make sense when you look at the map, your car comes over a hill and there's guys entrenched waiting for you. And that can just absolutely destroy your team. So I like that it lets you set up sort of playing outside the box. And I think anytime you make someone question what you're doing as a team, it's strategically viable.
Absolutely. You saw Rolex there just getting on with the P90, man. Incredible game from him. And we saw his unfortunate end entering with the car. And look at this, going into the sky once again. Another nice little prank there. But Rolex, again, story of this game for me was his team starting to pick up that momentum. We'll see if it carries forward to the next games. But, man, all kinds of work being put in by them And we also saw some really good performances from Farouk, Metal, and Ace as they put down double-digit elims as well and met in that final circle. Metalcore, couple of really good, consistent games, and that snipe right there was the shot of the match for me.
Yeah, that's the highlight. You guys were saying not many bolts usually get picked up and used, but on this map, a lot of bolts. A lot of bolts being used. And again, maybe it's just the largeness of the map and the open terrain, but we saw a lot of great snipes that game.
Yep, absolutely. I
saw another one there from Ace on that level 1 helmet top. As you see him peek out, and you're like, oh, that's not a level 3. You are vulnerable.
Well, there's two things that I think are making the bolties viable. The first one is obviously the size of the map and the elevation system. Like, if you're on a high ground like this, bolty is king. The second thing, though, is because we have these sort of hot drops on the islands early on, people are coming in less geared. So you are seeing level 1 helmets in the late game because they lost the hot drop, if that makes sense. So you do have lower geared players from those early fights, which opens the door for bolty 1 knocks.
Yeah, you're a sniper. You see that level 1, you're rubbing your hands together. It's time to eat.
Absolutely. Here we take a peek at our Game 2 leaderboards, and as I just mentioned, 4 of the squads finishing in double-digit elims, so picking up loads of points. All 4 of those finish in the top 5 as well, so they'll all get a load of placement points as well, but only Farouk's Forces finishing with the challenge completion there. Again, lots of great performances here, and again, I think it's going to come down to consistency today. We see Bella's Foxes up there on that front page, but who we don't see on the front page is my dark horse pick, Solara, coming in 16th in this one. That hurts a little bit. And Win Circle finishing there in 12th, Scumpy, so he's got to pick it up as well.
Hey, I switched my pick. I was confident. Anyway, I did. I officially have switched. I'd like to put that out there. After game 1, I'm sorry, Win, but
they're not winning.
I'm sorry.
It's Dr. Chemist now.
Sorry,
in Win's defense, they missed the island on the drop for some crazy reason. So they did not have access to all those early game eliminations like our other teams did.
They're my champions. Dr. Chemist Lab right there.
Look
Number
at
1.
that.
I picked him
Scump
first.
coming with the pick switch, and he's somehow, some way locked in on the number 1 team. Congrats on your premonition, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Chemist, though, on the top of the leaderboard. 15 challenge points so far in the bag for them. That's kind of the difference between them and the rest of the teams. Farouk's Forces in 2nd place with 48 points. Jacob's Fleet in 3rd at 45, but there are not a lot of gaps here between the other teams. Ace and Metal right there. Rolex starting to storm up this leaderboard, so it's anyone's game at this point, Toffees.
Yeah, I mean, as you look at the page too, we saw Bella. I thought they get 3rd. They got 6. I wasn't quite right there, but they're on the climb with 14 elims. I'm seeing 14, 13, 11, 11. So what this is telling me is that after the last game, some players went, maybe kills are a little more important. Let's focus on this hot drop. And I think that it's going to get even bigger on the next one. So look for all of these teams, 10 through 16, to go really hard on that opening sequence on the floating island.
100%. So we are going to be looking at some more Rondo coming up in just a moment. But first, let's take you to another sweepstakes winner. This is our 3rd place winners, Vicstar, 123A and Dio. You guys have picked up a new PUBG Mobile suitcase, a Galaxy Tab S9, a $100 gift card, and 3,000 UC. Congratulations to both of you. And while we're giving stuff away, we got to give you another hint for our giveaway coming towards the end here. First hint was earlier. I'm not going to say it out loud. Y'all wrote it down and were responsible. You can scroll back on the stream if you missed it. But our second hint is right there at the bottom. It is together. So again, write that down, screenshot it, combine all 4 words that'll be given away as hints through tonight's broadcast and enter those at the prompt at the end of the broadcast to have a chance to win some sweet UC that you can spend on your favorite in-game items. So with that, we're through 2 games of play. It's been fast and furious. We've seen lots of great shots, and I saw Thesaurus in some really cool shades. I wonder if he was wearing those over in China with the boys. We got another part to that journey to the Shenzhen Flower Gardens. We'll check in on them on our break, and we'll see you guys shortly thereafter.
PUBG Mobile is now 7-year-old, and we had some incredible moment along the way. From innovative update to the epic collaboration and everything in between. Now we have with us a massive PUBG Mobile showcase with the most exclusive PUBG Mobile memorabilia from 7 years. Let's take a trip down to the memory lane and check those out.
All right, guys, check out what I just found here. We have an amazing showcase of a lot of PUBG Mobile memorabilia from the game. It's, for example, here is a Poseidon X-Suit statue, which is amazing.
PUBG Mobile players, it's time to unleash your creativity.
Ready to design something extraordinary?
And see it come to life in-game? The P-topia Design Project is back with the PDP America's Themed Outfit Design Contest, featuring a brand new theme, which one of them is my birthday, Halloween,
y também Dia dos Mortos.
Esta es oportunidad de darle vida a sus diseños de atuendos más escalofriantes, vibrantes y festivos.
Whether it's a ghostly Halloween
or Day of the Deadified, it's gonna look really good.
Sus creaciones podrían aparecer en PUBGMOBILE, además ganar premios en efectivos y recompensas en el juego.
Mark your calendar because this contest is live right now all the way up until April 14th.
What happened next?
Vou explicar para você como vai funcionar.
After the submissions close, a panel of PUBG Mobile dev experts will review each of the entries
and determine the official contenders.
Si tu diseño es elegido, pasará a la fase de votación del 19 al 25 de abril,
na qual os próprios jogadores vão poder votar aqui dentro do jogo.
Los ganadores se anunciarán el 30 de abril.
Hurry up, do not miss your chance to leave your legacy in PUBG Mobile with the wildest festive outfit designs.
Acesse então agora a página de envios oficiais
and bring your creativity to the battleground.
The spotlight is yours. What are you waiting for?
Welcome back to PUBG Mobile's 7th anniversary. It's the road to Rondo. We've had some amazing action thus far, showcasing not only the new themed game modes on both Erangel and Rondo, but a brand new map for the first time in some time. I'm Powerbang. I'm your host for tonight's 7th anniversary action. But I've got some friends with me here as well. We've got Toffee as well as Scump as well. And guys, we've had an amazing time so far. Very, very exciting. Again, we're getting ready for our third game. But before we go into that, please make sure if you guys haven't already, download PUBG Mobile. Join us on the battlegrounds. It's a ball of a time. And also make sure you're following at PUBG Mobile everywhere on social media. But Scump, coming to you. You know, reactions and recap from our first 2 games of play. We're 40% of the way through. What's standing out to you so far?
Hoping we don't see teams miss that hot drop area anymore because they're going to need to start getting those points. I need Winsanity. He's my second pick now, but I'm going to need him to hit it this time.
Yep.
But it's been a real joy to watch, just seeing how these players navigate the map, how they're using their deployable covers, and really just how they're working the map together. It's been fun to watch.
Absolutely. Yep. And Toffees, for you, you mentioned a lovely voice pack, and I do want to highlight that we've got a brand new voice pack in game. It is the Lucky Star Friend Reunion voice pack. It's got 7 of your favorite creators that all have their own in-game voices that you can get for free. All you got to do is play missions and share this with your friends, and the more people you get to come play with you and do those missions, get an opportunity to pick up all of these voice packs. And 6 of these creators are actually playing here tonight, so you might hear them live on our broadcast. And we've been on top of Bushka quite a bit tonight, Toffees, but pretty cool reward, I would say so myself.
I also love to shout out to the team at PUBG Mobile who made the graphic and chose to, the theme is reminiscence, and they pulled out the old 16-track tape that some of us grew up on up there with the Victory 7. But Bushka, what was he yelling? He's in the blue. I was like, I would have that voice pack all day long. So get the voice pack. It's so much fun to hear creators kind of put their attitude into the game. And the fact that it's free is incredible. Now, I will also say, chat brought this up, so I have to ask, Powerbank, did you not read the memo about wearing themed Hawaiian shirts, from regionally themed Hawaiian shirts?
What's up with that, Powerbank?
He's got the
I got the memo about themed Hawaiian shirts, maybe. And I suppose I think in the next break I can go rummage through the closet. I don't know if I have any Hawaiian shirts. I feel like that's something I should have.
Right?
But,
I was streaming beforehand, and I said, I got to put on a shirt. I knew Toffee was coming in a shirt, so I had to throw on a nice, somewhat themed shirt. It's not really Hawaiian, but
it's clearly got like an Asian theme, right? We're celebrating Rondo here. I love that vibe. But it's fun, and I think I wore it because it's like the map. It's colorful. It's aggressive, it's in your face, and Rondo can definitely be all of those things. This brand new map has completely, I don't say changed the way that I'm sort of used to playing PUBG Mobile, but the insane size of territory means that if you're like me and you enjoy playing a little slower, a little more methodical, a little more strategic, Rondo is a really, really good map for that play style. There's a lot of opportunities, a lot of options for how to play it.
Yeah, see, I feel like that would really fit my type of play style. Playing nice, strategic, getting good positioning, getting those free kills, and then rolling with that afterwards.
I am the exact same way. I would have said the exact same thing, Scub. It's like, it sounds like me to a T. But don't forget, guys, pick up those voice packs by doing those missions. They're good through April 8th. You got a limited time to get those locked in. But before we do start up our third game of action tonight, which will be Classic Rondo, very exciting, I want to check in on the leaderboards and see how we're situated right now and who needs to kind of get things going in order to kind of give themselves a best shot at this huge prize pool that we have on the line tonight. But Scump, your pick, obviously, from the rip, is Dr. Chemist Slab here.
Dr. Chemist
points.
All the way, ladies and gentlemen. Number 1, I know what I'm talking about. I'm just kidding. Winsanity in the squad. They are on the second page. We'll get to that in just a second. But yeah, my first pick, doing a great job out there. Dr. Chemist Slab.
Well, he's also bopping up on those challenge points, too. Like that, you got to respect the elims, but you also got to, he's going out and not only eliminating everybody and getting insanely good placement points, he's also pulling in wild amounts of challenge points. So, a lot of respect.
Well, I mean, look at the trend there. The challenge points, all 4 of the top teams right now have challenge points, and I believe only one other squad, I think it's Win, has challenge points of any kind. But I mean, clearly that's going a long way to separate these teams, because again, Ace picking up 10 challenge points for his team, well, that's the difference between him finishing above Rolex right now. So again, those are huge and definitely not something to disregard. So we'll have to see the challenge that's coming up in our next match. Very excited to see that, but let's take a peek at our second page here of the leaderboard, and we'll see if anybody else has got those challenges done. And it's just Win right now with 5 points for that stunning selfie that we saw on our second map. But Scump, got a little, I one of my picks was Solara, and 2 elims so far. It's not what you want to see as a 1 elim average. We talked a little bit about that earlier. They got to pick things up. What do you got to do in a situation where you need to drastically, change your fortunes? What type of thing are you talking about between games with your team?
Oh, they just have to send it. They got to send it a little bit more. They got to hit that. They got to hit the island. They got to get in there, hopefully pick up some kills. But again, these teams on top, they might just be destroying the island. So it's really tough. When you're down in a BR tournament, you got to take risks, and usually risks in BR sometimes lead to some bad things. But again, that 1 free life, hey, why not? You're gonna come back anyway.
I gotta ask a follow-up too. So I mean, is it better to be careful, or is it better to be like loose? Just go in, not give a care in the world, and just send it like you were saying? Or is it like, hey, let's like really focus and like pay attention here? Like which are you kind of leaning towards?
It really depends on your team and how you like to play the game. If you're going in too loose, you can obviously get overconfident, overchow, and then die. You want to go in nice, mellow-headed. Hope you have a good first game, because once you have that good first game, now you can just kind of build off of that. And that's why Dr. Chemist is in first right now. They had that amazing 20-kill game 1, and now they just have a good follow-up, and they're still in first by a good margin.
It's just what the doctor ordered is the first place finish. They're going to try to hold on to that top spot. I don't think he's won one of these events yet, but he's been close in the past. He'll be very, very excited if they can pick up this dub here today. And it's not going to be an easy victory, I will say, Toffees. We've got multiple teams, at least a half dozen teams right now, just sawing through the competition. You see these guns going down range. You see double-digit elims popping up for numerous teams right now. Seems like we have some favorites starting to emerge, but been really impressed today with the gameplay from a lot of these.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're on the bottom, you got to do things people don't expect, right? If you're Solara, I feel bad for you, but Dad, it's time to cut your son and get a sub in here, okay? Everyone else, go out there and play crazy. I once did an interview with this Dota player named Eternal Envy, and he was known for all of these massive comebacks. And I asked him what works, like, how do you do this? And he said, when you are losing, you should start making choices that are so profoundly unexpected that it confuses the rest of the lobby into never understanding what's happening. And I thought it was a really good recommendation. And so I do want to see it. I want to see teams who, like, they would say, you know what, no one would go here. Or this is maybe a risky choice, to go ahead and just aggressively pursue it, because you got to be in that top 4.
Hey, if you don't know what you're doing, how are they going to know what you're doing? That's a good strategy. Just go unorthodox and just let it all out there.
Okay.
Ooh, double play.
If you don't know what you're doing, then how can they know what you're doing too? So I like it. Right along with Ace Lawrence here on the start of the plane. I want to listen to their strats here, because they are the defending champs of this map.
Got it.
Epic strats.
Epic strats. So I will say this. You're noticing it's a 2-play. This is something we get to have on Rondo, which is fun. But it adds a really difficult level to this game, because it splits your teams into 2 sides. And when you plan your drop, what you're going to see is a lot of teams on the left path are going to go left at the first half. On the top, they're also going to want to, because the circle is statistically favoring Yulin or Jiaotin. And if you can jump off on the late side of the second plane or the early side of the first plane, you're going to have an advantage getting to that circle. If you go right on either of these planes, you're going to have a really tough rotation if that map goes to the never eat shredded west side.
I feel like it's our lucky.
Yeah, so I was going to ask, where is the island in this one? Is there not one on this map?
Everything is accessible.
Oh, okay.
The whole thing.
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay, so now they really gotta lock it in. They don't have that free life.
Yep.
They're way above us.
Absolutely. So this is the classic mode, which means no respawns. We're playing straight up, so there's a much more of a variance too with the drop spots. We're not seeing the entire lobby drop in the same, square meter.
Yeah, more of that classic style to it.
Exactly. But it looks like there's still some hot drops going on. You can see Chills taking down Liam here from distance, and the push is on. Rolex, they are aggressive. Things are going well for them, and they're just going to try to keep that momentum going.
So the reason we're going to see these fights early on here, potentially, is because of that double plane path. What happens is you drop, you have to commit to your drop, because you don't, when you jump out of the plane, you sort of look around and try to see who's with you. That information is not valid when you have 2 planes, because you don't know if the opposite plane or something coming a different direction is dropping a little bit later. So once you find your position, you have to kind of defensively loot and take the fight that's there, because you don't know if there's another team landing on the other side of the city who maybe got there slightly delayed. So it is one of those, because of the 2 planes, you really have to settle into these early drops and hold on to them.
Yeah, the
Great insights there for sure.
The 2 plane is super interesting. So, do you know who's in the plane with you, or is it just kind of
just your
just
teammates?
randomized?
It's random, so you'll be able to see the like you can kind of see like you get an idea that like half the lobbies in here, and all of them are total squads. We don't split the squads. Your whole crew is in the same plane. But no, you don't know which teams are going to be in there with you, which does again,
wouldn't that be wild?
Especially in a comp scenario as we move forward with this map. That throws teams off because you don't know, oh man, that drop spot normally goes to these guys, but what if they're not on this plane? Do I waste neons?
Yeah, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so adds a little bit of an extra strategy layer there. I like it.
That was a very unfortunate loss for Jacob's team early on. They actually lost Jacob. They do have the 1 respawn here. It's not like the unlimited basically from the island, but they do get that 1 recall.
1 per team.
You can see it's grayed out. Yeah, one per player. And it's time limited. So after a certain period of time, that option will go away. But basically, you know, it incentivizes that early action a little bit. Makes it not so high stakes.
Okay, so yeah, I was confused. I didn't think there was any extra respawns aside from 1 per team. So that makes more sense. You could still push the issue a little bit.
Absolutely. And challenges are completed right now. It is destruction. That's what they are trying to do. 15 of these are up for grabs. 5 points.
We could just do it with a frag.
So one of the new features of Rondo is that you can destroy sort of the ground. And so there is an upside if you saw those deployable covers. Now imagine you put out a deployable cover and then you use the pickaxe to dig a defilade behind it. It adds viability when you don't have a lot. What I'd like to see is, do these players know, it is a new map, that you can use explosive items to accomplish the same goal. So if you got a couple of grenades, you might be able to dig that hole a little bit quicker to get your team inside of it for the challenge.
Oh, wait.
Okay, cool.
Looks like Chiffon's already gotten it done and claimed it, so only 14 remaining at this point. We'll see
15 hits.
Pickaxe in use. Ace and Solara both picking up the 5 points as well.
Hey, Wynn's hammered away.
5.
We just got to make sure every
6.
doesn't do it.
7. 8.
Look at
9.
the sinkhole starting to form.
10.
Real fast.
11.
Is it, the more bodies, the more weight it goes, it gets pushed further down?
14.
Okay, I thought they had some. I thought they had some crazy tech right there.
To be deep enough to tide your team. So that was 16. And we pulled away. You know, it would be hilarious if you park a car on top and just like drops faster.
Yeah, a sinkhole just
one of
boom.
those sinkholes.
Don't remind me of winter in the States.
So it looks like a lot of the teams are completing this challenge. So maybe it won't be the boost that. Okay, I thought that was an enemy. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, nice little 3-piece right there, just laying on the ground for you. Run him over.
Can you do?
Absolutely.
What a gift that would be. You're just rotating.
I thought his little panda pet was the 4th squad member. So I was like, who is this person driving up? Gonna run them all over.
Can you imagine being in rotation right now and coming over the hill and just seeing 4 knuckleheads lying in a hole? Being like, okay, thank you.
Eyes wide.
Right? Up and out.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, it looks like most teams are completing this one, though. So they are getting, it was 5 points for this challenge, right?
It was.
Okay.
You know, so anybody that didn't complete it, man, they're really going to be at a loss because everyone's seemingly picking up this challenge.
Yeah.
And if you do not do this challenge, you are required to stop playing while your captain names 3 countries they'd like to visit. So a lot of teams, I think, are doing this so that we don't see whether or not their captain dropped out early to play video games. Maybe.
If you can't name 3 countries, that is so bad.
Let's see. We got like Australia,
What?
Asia.
Oh, come on, Toffees.
Oh, we're not.
That's rage bait.
We're not just naming continents. Europe.
No.
3.
All right.
Those
Got a
don't
nice
count.
little
Those don't count.
quiet vehicle rolling around here. Tough to hear these bad boys coming.
I like how you tried to
but
give me
got
the
the
3.
rotation
I
starting
tried to give you a little something.
early. Yeah. Got Bella still just big chill.
Yep.
No sunglasses this time around though, so that wasn't a punishment for this this particular game. So we're gonna have slightly less cool looking creators on camera, but that's okay.
I like Farouk's side desk. It's like he does serious business there and then turns the chair for gaming.
Yeah,
I have
right?
the same exact setup, so I can relate.
Hit some emails, get
Yep.
a little 90-degree.
Little email while the queue's popping. Spin the chair, get some frags. That's how you live.
They're
the
getting
dream.
crashed by somebody.
All right, going out for the defense. Oh, never mind. Going out to leave.
They might be defending here. We'll see. They're just gonna leave. All right, here's the showdown.
Have your team
And
captain name
for-
3 countries I'd like to visit. I would like to visit Greece, America, and Japan.
Okay. Greece and Japan, I'm on board with
Solid
both
choices.
of those. Yeah.
How come everybody who's not
America, we're already
Why
here.
does everybody
So.
say
Yeah,
America?
here, we're here.
India
Texas.
someday? Let's go.
Everything else is Greece, America.
That's cool. So we got India from Farouk. I missed the other two.
Yeah, that was cool.
But solid.
I would like to go there too.
Another challenge?
Gotta ask you, Scum. Give me 3 countries.
3
Bucket
countries.
list. I know you've been a lot of places.
I have been. Let's go.
Bro, I missed the
Japan's definitely on my list.
For sure.
Greece, 100% on my list.
Nice.
So I'm kind of stealing answers, but
Right.
third, let's go Madagascar.
Whoa.
Okay.
I like
Yeah, let's
that.
go Madagascar.
I like that.
Something super tropical, something out of the box.
Nice.
Probably get eaten alive out there, but I feel like I'd have a good time.
I like it. What about you, Toffees?
Definitely Japan. I've never been there, and all of my friends who've been said it's the most amazing place. So definitely that. Then I want to go to Italy before the city sinks, and then I definitely, just because I'm not allowed to go there, I want to go to
You
Cuba.
have to stay out of the EM.
That's where we got married, Italy.
I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna say Cuba. I was like, fascinating.
No, not Cuba.
Nice, Italy.
Oh,
What part
Italy.
of Italy?
Venice.
Ooh,
Or not
that's-
Venice, sorry, Florence.
Okay.
You said the city, Florence.
Oh, good times.
That's awesome.
My
Yeah, I'm
wife's family
actually,
went to Venice right after, and that was their same thought. We got to get there before it's gone.
Right? It's crazy. You know, it's built on lumber.
I'm on board with the Italy and Japan picks. Those are on my list as
And
well.
what's your third?
Oh, great. Great food in Italy. It was amazing.
Yep, I think I actually might do Japan later this year.
Same.
Oh, nice.
My daughter, I told her to pick anywhere in the world.
Oh, yeah?
She said Japan. I'm like, really? So we might do a little Tokyo trip. We'll see.
Mine did too. That's fascinating. He says all of the cats go there at night when we're sleeping to celebrate their rituals with the dark cat god. He's a weird 7-year-old. I love him.
We could stop.
Hey, we got some action starting to break out though. Metalcore, we'll see if you can keep up that momentum from earlier today. He's had 2 solid finishes so far, and they're putting up big numbers on that board. So we'll see if they can keep things moving in the right direction and claw a little bit towards the top of that leaderboard. Again, I think they were sitting in the top 5.
Ooh. Hey, I'm going to steal for a second. I want chat to get involved because they started doing it on their own. I want to see what they got. Where is your, like we talked about countries, where's your PUBG community? I got a shout out from Alaska. We got a shout out from the Kenyan PUBG community here. Where are you guys watching from, and where should we know has the best PUBG community in the world?
We need to get out of here.
I saw Afghanistan earlier.
More central zone. Maybe this compound that I just marked, but we need to get out of here once you guys pick them up.
So we're going to be working on that. And then obviously we've given away 2 clues. We can't tell you what they were, but I think if you guys work together as a team in chat, you might be able to figure out the early ones. Just don't stop believing in what they are.
I'm sure that there's some helpful folks in chat that'll just love to tell you what the answers were.
Wow.
Hey, look at that.
Seattle, Bangladesh, Northern Canada. Oh, this guy's from Jupiter.
I don't know if I buy it.
Going home.
I don't know if I buy it.
That one
But
seems
hey,
like a stretch.
More power to you, man. Sweet internet connection, I will say.
Right?
The latency on that reply,
Way to go,
my friend. He replied in 4 seconds from Jupiter.
Way to go, Starlink.
That's as far as I'm going to go with that.
Yeah.
But, good time.
No, come on, guys.
Algeria, Tajikistan.
This map's cool looking, though, man. I love the scenery.
It really is. It really is, and I think that's kind of like with the visit to China video. That's really what we're showcasing, and I think justifiably so. Is just how pretty the map
I
is.
shot him. Hit marker popped up.
Absolutely. It's my favorite helmet in the game, the Bush is wearing. I love this one.
Yeah, this one's awesome looking. Let's stay on board with Bushka.
Yeah.
He's got the bolty
like all
too.
aggressive.
Show me something.
Right.
It's a man after my own heart right now. He's rocking my weapon, my helmet.
He's made a fan of me. I will say that. I'm rooting for him.
I'm getting the voice pack.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, of course.
Let's go. I'm just going to be Bushka.
His voice is great.
Buddy, there's a car there.
Yeah, you might have to.
Feels
might
weird to
need some
just bang these
assistance.
supercars around.
I think there's gonna be people there.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
It's like my college car and my adult car together.
Right? Just got to T-bone him 3 times, and that'll get him out of the way.
Itachi, come back. Come back, my brother.
It works, event. Come back. Well, you're hitting my car.
Yeah, coming.
The hill behind that's not bad either.
No.
Yeah, they're trying to set up
They're
where
dead
they.
center right now.
Yeah, they're trying to
Look at
set
the
up
zone.
what kind of area they want to take over. They said the hill looks nice.
Oh wow! You don't get to see a lot of Hung Shan circles. This is gonna be good.
Actually, that might have been the map from Rolex's team. It looked like they were combining kind of 2 feeds there, but I want to say that was from Chills' perspective, which is, yeah, it is. That was Rolex. So Rolex, they're sitting dead center in that circle. So that's exciting for them. They need the points, and Rolex has had a couple of underwhelming tournaments the last couple. Like, he's used to like winning or being right at the top, and he hasn't done that in a while. So I know he's going to be extra try-harding on this particular.
I mean, I'm for
They're
that.
in about what, fourth, fifth in the leaderboards right
They
now?
were 6th coming into this game.
Okay.
All right, I like this.
Yeah,
little peek
Rolex
by
was one of
Farouk.
those names. Rolex. Rolex was up there. Jacob, I remember Jacob.
Those guys are smoking right over there.
Some of these new guys that I'm watching today, though, I'm impressed.
Look at that spray control. You know what I like about what Farouk just did? He called the position of his opponents before he opened fire. I hate when I play with someone who just opens fire like a madman and then explains where the guy was afterwards.
Yeah, you got to get a 3-2-1.
Yep.
Yeah.
3-2-1. Shoot this guy turned around.
Mm-hmm. If you can't count.
Oh, 3-2-1. There's an emote that they have in game where you can literally hold a 3-2-1 up in the air.
Perfect.
I like to fire that right before we pull that strat.
That's
it's
nice.
like really, really aesthetically pleasing.
Oh, here we go.
Team here, guys.
He's laying down. He's laying down. He shut the door.
One more.
So close.
Almost.
That was. I thought
that door was just his saving grace there for sure.
It was like Kevin McAllister just slamming that door and hoping for the best. He's using the camera to his advantage. Gets that next peek set up. This 3X is a monster. If you're looking for that transition to take your game from basic to like sort of next level, get comfortable going from a red dot to a 3X on your sprays.
Absolutely. Got a little flank action there for Ace. He called it out to his team.
Yeah, is there a bit more of
Marking it just like you like.
a bit more visual recoil on the 3X? But
Significantly, but it's just once if you practice enough with it, it can, especially if you're using like an Ace, it's negligible with a little bit of practice and the right gun with attachments, and it's just so powerful. Because I mean that's the 4. The 3 is almost as good, and you can spray it from your hit from aim as if it were a 2X easily and almost as easily as a red dot.
okay.
It just takes, like I said, takes about a week and a half of you really practicing it, and then you'll feel pretty comfortable making the change.
Practice makes perfect.
Yep.
It does look like it has, these guns have a little bounce to them.
Yep.
Got to pull down ever so slightly.
Mm-hmm. But gyros make it a little bit easier.
Yeah, the zone is gross.
Yeah,
though.
you
It's
guys
hard
were
shifted
explaining that
all the way
earlier.
across.
So what was it? Gyro?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's basically where you hold your device and you can tilt it, and when you tilt it, it'll like look up and down, left and right. And so instead of having to be so accurate by like dragging your thumb on the screen or whatever, you can just get it close and then kind of tilt it the rest of the way, and it's actually incredibly helpful, super accurate, and it can really help with recoil control as well. So you just kind of like as you're firing, kind of slowly tilt it more and more and more, and you get that lovely recoil control that you see a lot of these guys have.
Okay, wow,
Yep.
good tips.
Yep. And for years we played without it because we were old heads.
I couldn't believe it when I turned it on. I'm like, oh my gosh, what have I been doing?
Had to pick up the new ways.
It's true. And it's that like classic gamer brain, you know what I mean? Like I've done it the same way for so long, and then PUBG Mobile came out and said, okay, just because we're a mobile game doesn't mean that we can't change the game, that we can't push shooters forward to something we didn't expect. A map of this size on a mobile game was shocking. But they've done it. They added the gyros. They've changed the way that mobile shooters are made nowadays, and I gotta respect that.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But then everyone's got gyro, and then it starts to break. Then you kind of they force your hand a little.
Yep. Exactly. But then once you force it your hand, you go, oh, like this is such a nice quality of life improvement. It's like way better.
The stubbornness. I'm very stubborn as well. I'm very, very stubborn.
But you just think about like the value to your tendons of like doing that instead of dragging your fingers.
Yeah, right.
For sure. Not seeing the same standout performance this particular game. Teams are definitely taking it more cautiously due to the, I guess, additional weight of dying. You know, you're kind of out of the lobby at this point. But definitely we have a few teams, some similar folks on top of that leaderboard. Ace and Dr. Chemist kind of leading the way on the elims. But a newcomer, we got Yamna's Jagers.
Okay.
Or Jaegers. Doing a really, really nice job here with 7 elims so far. Rolex as well up with 7 elims. So really solid performance from a few squads. And here we go. Coming into your living room. You don't want to be driving a Rolex. He will laser you.
Yeah, I feel like so many kills Rolex gets. He's shooting people out of cars.
It is very, and like you can see those gyros. He's got this sort of recoil down, and the cars are great because there's not a lot of option in sort of shooting back, right? All you can do is turn the car and run away or jump out like a sitting duck. So it's a really good time to catch people in transition. And he's very good at it.
Speaking of Rolex, he's one of the hardest people to watch play because he's notoriously high sensitivity on his gyro. So like when you're not, like you see that jitter, that shake when he's just like walking around, when he's not actively controlling that gyro, it's pretty shaky, so it actually is almost disorienting to watch him play sometimes. But he is so fast twitch that he doesn't have to use his fingers a ton. He can actually just control the whole thing by tilting.
Yeah, Metalcore's taking some pop shots down range. He just took one from like 600 meters out.
Respect.
All in a day's work for old Metal.
All in a day's work for old Metal. He uses his knife to carve the eliminations into the butt of his sniper rifle.
I just spied a McLaren Indy car. No big deal. Left one action on the hillside. They go really good off road.
Hey, I'm just glad it's not a Williams.
They have a whole arsenal of cars.
Ooh, almost.
They each have their own individual car.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
I think just the McLaren.
No, I mean like all the players have their own. On the team.
Sit down. I'll even.
More cars is better when it comes to PUBG.
Sit down. Sit.
Oh, he's emoting.
No way.
No.
Ab's got an A-dub.
Oh, we better get a clip of that. That was great.
Man, they're loving. They play this.
Metalcore's feeling
so
it, man.
good.
He is loving these events. Bushka's forehead has checked in.
Yep, here he goes.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Woo! Small man's been on fire today. Seat swap blaze down. Gotta respect it.
Maybe going underneath. I don't know, man. There's no good options.
Come on, Bushka, go get him. Starting to have slim pickings, though, on this play zone. You can see there's really not a lot of cover. So these vehicles are going to be extra important as the zone continues to shrink. And, you know, his car's getting lit up right now. You can see that mobile cover coming down behind him, so he knows he's going to have company here pretty soon. Shot starting to ring out. 23 players left alive, and he's going to go try to get a little peek here and see if he can eliminate this push coming in behind him.
Ooh, that circle pulls very far away from him, though. I'm anxious to see how they try to rotate this in.
It's like a funnel of smoke.
They either got to go or they got to. This is their final stand here, and they got to take this fight and get it done.
I mean, I think you go. You just threw so much utility. You're hoping they're limping. You just get in the car and drive through it.
I think they're dead. Are you safe? Are you safe?
Yeah. But I need to.
He actually got one there.
Yeah. I was gonna say. I thought he just got in a limb.
That was clutch.
What is this position?
The frag.
It's the kneeling one.
The frag explosion range is about the same size as a smoke grenade. So if you are strategically using smokes, either throw out decoys or don't sit in the middle.
Yeah, it's a great spot for frag grenades to be attracted
Yes,
to.
it is.
Just
Well, that's what
saying.
he was doing. There was the smokes everywhere. He was just dropping them in every single smoke pile.
Yeah, like mortars just hitting in the smoke, just one after the other.
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow, look at this D. This is quite the push. Uh-oh, this is not good. They're going to have to rotate over to get that assistance. One knock and flushed already. 4v3 at this point, and they're going to retreat.
One dab. Let's get the JS9 ready to go. Nade, lob it up over the top.
This high ground's critical,
yes,
too.
It is. It's a good high ground because you get the TP advantage on the one side, but you're still close enough that you can play the high ground. Whereas,
Yeah,
like,
look at these grenades. Oh, wow, grenade
what?
connects.
You got to push off the back of that knock. You're in a 2v4 now. Nate's got the knock and the flush with the S12. Automatic shotgun. So beautiful in this position.
Oh my gosh.
I feel that.
Zone snuck up on him. They did not see it coming, and unfortunately for Dab, that is probably going to do it for him. But his two teammates still alive, going to try to get it to zone. They don't have far to go, thankfully. But this is the final circle as teams are getting ready, and you can see him. Look at that smoke wall coming down to the water. This is going to be a very treacherous final circle because there's minimal cover for these guys.
Yeah, everyone's out in the open. What do you do about that water as well?
You hope that it doesn't. There we go. So everybody's got their deployables.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You get knocked by
Camp
it.
up.
Careful, there's still people across the
I don't know if it got knocked.
They did.
Maybe.
I love the little cat companions
It was
they
such
got.
a casual res. It had to be.
Go ahead and start swimming.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So we just saw somebody get knocked by the deployable cover. It's great.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Their own team.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Always enjoyable.
People in front of us.
No big deal.
I like the smoke up there. The deployable covers everywhere. You got to play around the water. It means you can't push.
So they got to
it.
cross.
Yeah. How do you do that? They're gonna cover.
One's gonna cover. I mean, I was just gonna say they have to do it now because I mean they literally knocked themselves into reviving.
You try to drive her. Oh, distraction. So you think you send one to act like you're
taken into the water?
Okay, draw their fire. Try to keep them away from staring at your friends.
So you can actually get into the vehicle down here.
Ah.
There's a guy in the water. Open.
Oh, they know.
There's a lot of guys in the water. They're about to find out.
That's telling, though, that they only saw one.
Yep.
This is trouble for Yamna. They're down to one player, and I don't know if they're going to have time to red. Nope, they're already
There's people
across.
swimming in the zone right there.
On the side.
Yeah, on the side. Nice.
Awesome.
He has stayed.
Deployable cover everywhere.
I'm safe, kind
This is going to be Metalcore's game.
Yeah,
isn't
look at them. The little distraction play worked. Yamna's
Is it a
playing
4
too
versus 2
defensive.
right now for Metalcore? Oh yeah, they're just they're cooking grenades up there. This is gonna hit.
Nice grenade.
Boom!
That's it. Oh!
That didn't hit.
It bottom time
Oh,
for that.
How did
looked-
that not hit?
That looked good.
That must have snuck under the corner of one of these covers. Oh,
there
shots
goes-
onto metal.
Yeah, metal down.
One right here.
So we're down to the
2v2.
final two, it looks like.
2v2, I think.
They're letting him get the reses though. Okay.
Look, all your
This is wild. Like, I'm surprised. Oh, Molly could be really, really devastating up there. There's not much room to hide.
Plays
And
on
they also have this
Good
pinch on the
angles here,
side.
too.
Yeah, I love the pinch on the side.
Well, he has blue zone advantage now if he just holds this spot.
Yeah, try to drop it on them.
Yo, there we go. Use it.
he's
Use
gonna try-
it. Please
They're going
work. Please work.
Oh, this
Please
is-
work.
For the final kill cam, too.
Oh, come on. Land on their head. Not that I don't like
Two
it.
smushes?
Oh, it was over
Aw.
to the right side. Unfortunate.
Yeah, it went too far.
Noble effort.
Oh!
Oh!
Wow, okay.
Oh!
Where's the
Lava.
crossfire?
That guy's a sweat.
That guy's
That
Yeah,
guy's
he
a
is.
sweat.
It's KX. He is a sweat, so it's a 1v1.
Oh, they got the 3P advantage here. Doesn't know where they are. Here comes the peak. 3, 2, 1.
Here's the fight.
Oh, my goodness.
Shotgun, no!
He clutches the 1v2.
Forehead.
That was an incredible performance there from KX at the very end. And it's Metalcore who somehow, some way sneaks into the winner's circle
victory
here.
dance.
And they're going to
Yeah, they
dance
got a
their way to
little line.
victory. So
Respect that.
congrats to Metalcore as they pick up the third victory of tonight. Really impressive stuff, man. I thought we might see Toffees that portable cover
It was so
drop
cool.
to end the game, and it was just a little long.
It would have been amazing if that had happened, but they played it so well. They had to cross the water, which was almost impossible to do. They used this decoy and the transition with the car, made it there, and honestly, it just felt like their opponents were just a tad too passive. They really were comfortable on that high ground, And you just got to remember that third person perspective. They held that berm and there was just, they could wait it out. It was beautiful.
Well, good news, Scump. I guess good news and bad news. Dr. Chemist did not win the game that time. It was Metalcore, but they did finish tied for the lead on the elims. They picked up 12 that game, so staying super active. You got to love what that's going to mean for their chances to stay on top of the leaderboard.
I knew that there was a butt coming there. Those guys have been so consistent through the elims all day. I don't see them slowing down either. I don't know. They might just have it. What do we have? We still have 2 games remaining?
Yep, skill test plus games.
Yeah, so...
got skill tests coming up in just a little bit. I know you remember what those were like. We'll see how these folks will do. Look at that emote, though. That was so clutch.
Sick.
Metal's just stunting on him after he knocks him from range. That was a sick shot. I got to give him credit. A lot of good bolties today. That's his second really good bolty of the day.
You know what I hate?
379 meters. That's a...
It was hot.
That's a shot.
What I hate about when guys like Metal does that kind of thing is like it tells me just how good he is. Because when I hit that shot, I don't even think to do the cool emote because I'm so stoked that I finally hit something neat like that. Whereas he's like, just another day in the office, emote on standby. And you're just like, that guy must be a legend.
Yeah, and then this
got that emote.
This 1v2 at the end, I could have swore that after his teammate went down, he was toast, but right when that shotgun came out as well, I was like, okay, and then just deleted. Huge 1v2, and then the dance after on top of it.
Right?
Get after it.
Was that?
Oh, that was clutch for sure. Picking up a really clutch finish there. Metal Medallions finished with 32 total points. First time, I think, today we've seen our winner of the game actually finish with the most points in elims and all that. But 12s for Yamna, for Dr. Chemist, for Metal. And everybody got 5 challenge points, it looks like. So really nice job distributing those. So not a huge variance on the challenge points this time. But again, it all comes down to that placement. Metal, Yamna, Dab in order there in 1, 2, 3. Dr. Chemist not far behind in 4th. Jacob, although he was taken down a little earlier than he would have liked, sitting here at number 5. So we take a peek at the second page.
Oh,
Win
no.
down 15th. No.
It's not getting any
Solara's
better.
still hanging behind as well. It's going to be a tough one for a few of our squads, it looks like, but that's okay. What are your takeaways here, Toffee?
I mean, the total points. It's almost. I want to go back to the first page just to compare. Like these guys are walking away with 2 on average compared to the next. Like we'll see the overall. Here we go. So 32 points by Metal Medallions. When we can say we have one more sort of challenge map and then one authentically classic, like battle royale map coming. There's not a lot of space to make up points, and when you've got 8 all the way down at 18 points, that is insanely difficult.
Yeah, so I was going to ask.
Overall.
I'm sorry, I was going to ask. So for this next challenge map coming up, what are the max amount of points that you can get for this?
Let me see.
That's a great question, and we will know more about that in just a moment.
Okay.
I think it's just the placement points, though, for 15 for first.
Okay.
I believe it goes on down from there, 12, 11, 10, on down
6 to
the top
43.
13.
Jeez, that's
are
even
gonna
worse.
pick up points, but here's the leaderboard. Your overall leader, Dr. Chemist, looking strong. Again, the elims, the story of the day for them, 41 of them. That's huge. And then Metal... again, clutch performance. Their challenge points could use some work. You can see that's the difference in first place right now for them. Then we got Ace, Jacob, Farouk, Rolex, Yamna, and Bushka to round out that first page. So, Scumpy, good pick, man. Good pick. Dr. Chemist number 1.
Thank you, but I don't think it's over yet. Metal Medallions crept up into this. Only 13 points behind. If they do good in the skills challenge and then have a good final game, I mean, I could see this going either way, but I do think those are our 1 and 2. One of them are going to be coming away with the first prize today.
So
absolutely, I feel like you just can't screw up the skills challenge, right, Toffees?
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you do like average, like it's not going to be a huge gap between you and whoever, and then you just go crazy on Royale or the Battle Royale themed mode for Rondo on the last map, and I think you're all right.
I think that's the key, though, is people are going to have to go bananas. So, like, I was a little dumb, and I read the Game 3 results as the overall leaderboard and said, man, the difference between 1 and 8 is going to be tough to overcome. And then we saw the real leaderboard, and it's 84, I think, to, like, 46. So, because of the skills challenge, there's not a lot of places to make up those 40 points. So if you are a team on the bottom, and we're only paying the top 4, you need to come out aggressively, both in skills and the net last game, because you have to make up an insane amount of points.
Just send it.
Absolutely.
You're already down there. Just send it. Have some fun with it. Go for it.
make a memory, have a moment, right? Give us a clip if you would. But we've got a lot of teams making their progress towards some cool prize winnings, and hopefully there's a couple people from the audience that are making their way towards some sweepstakes winnings. We got a second place winner to announce. It's
nice.
Tokyo Anime Sent, and they're picking up a second place win. Nice. PUBG Mobile suitcase, a Galaxy S25, Galaxy Buds 3 Pro, and a 3000 UC package. So again, they're getting quite the hookup walking away with this second place prize in our $10,000 sweepstakes. So again, only PUBG Mobile does it up like this for their anniversary celebrations. And make sure you guys are locking in here, because we're about to get into our skills challenge. And this is where these creators, these teammates are going to have to put it all on the line to try to secure crucial points to get up the leaderboard. And if anybody knows anything about that, it's Scump. Because last year, 6th anniversary, there was another skills challenge. And I'd love to throw it back to a little footage we might have and see how Scump
I hope it's
might have
good.
performed. We sent this out to all the teams to help them prepare for today's action. So let's go ahead and roll the clip.
Here's what's not to do, is how they prepared.
This.
Honestly,
you had such a good,
It'll play in a moment, I promise.
Oh,
but,
no, I am fine with it not
lock
playing.
and load.
When I told my friends, I was like, oh, I'm doing a broadcast with Powerbang and Scump this week. They were like, oh, Scump, greatest FPS player in history. This guy doesn't miss shots. So I'm excited to watch you do the skill challenge, because I was told that no one leads with a bolty like you do. So this is very exciting for me to see a true master
actually,
at work.
Thinking back, I might have been pretty good. I think I'm being a little too hard on myself.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
We'll see. I have a feeling that you didn't get off the hook that easy, though. Let's roll the clip now for real.
Oh, here we go.
Come on, Steph.
Yeah, see, they already
Steph.
used mine, dude.
Come on. There we go.
There we go. There we go.
He's so locked in.
There we go.
Look at how
He's
locked
doing
in he
better.
is.
He's doing better than I thought, to be honest.
There we go. Hey, slow and steady wins the race.
He's
Maybe.
getting confident right now.
I will say, I do think that Jubilee, while they might have popped off first, they are
my team is
going to be struggling on this one, because Bella Fox got, what, 216?
Right now
Seth's already at a minute 30.
That's a good point.
So
it's the combined times.
No.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, okay.
But
I didn't even think about that. I was just admiring the individual play.
Seth's doing better than some of the dedicated PUBG creators, PUBG Mobile creators. Because I think he understands bullet drop pretty well.
Yeah, that's got to be a fact. I mean, you could tell. You know, a couple shots for a seasoned,
whoa,
PC console player. You kind of understand. Okay, I gotta aim a little differently. You can see the delay on those shots there.
This pistol, let's see. He'll probably be able to figure this out pretty quick. I think.
My God.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Seth.
Okay.
Yeah, dead center.
This is content, man.
Okay.
Gosh, that was
All right.
impressive.
This
Scump.
guy's a
that was
natural.
impressive.
I gotta mix my moves.
Hey.
214, not bad.
Yo,
I liked it. The pistol looked a lot better than the rifles, I will say. So maybe keep that revolver on you at all times. Really solid stuff there. Again, thanks for being a good sport, Scump. It was a pleasure watching the skills challenge. Now we're gonna have an opportunity to watch these guys do it and see how things transpire. Again, they're going to need to really show up here, because it is going to be really critical for some of these teams towards the top of the tables to either close the gap or to maintain it as they try to secure their share of a $20,000 prize pool. So again, we got the World of Wonder on full display here. That's a place where you can customize your very own maps inside of PUBG Mobile. And this is the shooting range, and you can play it yourself by entering the code on the screen in your World of Wonder game section. It is 118-68872. And again, go check out the World of Wonder shooting range, which will be on display here in just a moment. So again, Scump, you felt that pressure firsthand. I mean, you gotta have a little stress with how much is riding on the line here. What's your advice to some of these players to get ready for our fourth map of the night, our shooting range?
Hey, some of these teams, again, you're already so far behind. Go in there, no stress. You can't do worse than me, or can you? I think I got 2 minutes and 14 seconds, but this is a different World of Wonder map, so I'm sure the times won't completely correlate. Just don't do worse than 2 minutes, and you'll be good, which I don't think any of these players are. Seeing all them play today, they're shooting lasers. I think they'll be fine, honestly. They got nothing to worry about. This is the easiest of the games, because you just got to shoot targets.
Yeah.
No other players on the map, just targets.
That's true. Don't got to worry too much about the movement or anything like that. Toffees, any advice you got? Sage wisdom here for some of these players?
Scump is dead on. The problem with this mode is there's a chance that you're the emperor, and all of your illusion of skill dissipates as we parade you in front of the crowd right now with nothing but a firearm and a red dot, and say, okay, show us how good you actually are. So I think part of it is going to be avoiding that pressure, because yes, our streamers are used to people watching, but, you know, let's be honest. You get flashy moments. You die and you laugh it off. I get to blame someone for having a nicer chair than you or something. Here, it's just raw truth. You and your mechanical skill, and I cannot wait to see it.
Perfect.
Nobody
we won't
else
have
to
to
blame.
compare.
Yep.
Yeah, we won't have to compare times with you, Scump. It's going to be total points for this particular thing. So how many things can you shoot? Excited to see it. We'll take a first look here at Winsanity. He's got 7 seconds before the gates drop, and things are rocking and rolling. So here we go. It's Rondo Sanity getting ready to lock in. Here we go. 90 seconds.
Gates down. Now, if you're the rest of the team, you gotta be paying attention, right? You want to like learn from watching who's going.
Oh, is it like one person goes and then the next goes and the next goes?
I believe that's how we're doing it, right?
We're going kind of person to person here. They all have their own individual map, and two will be going at a time, so we're cutting back and forth between Bella Fox and Winsanity right now. And
it's just the captains.
Both are shooting well, it seems like.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so are you going to get more points if you shoot on the inner sides of those targets, if you shoot in between those inner lines, or is it just hit the target? Oh, wow.
238.
He's already done.
That was fast.
Yeah, wow. That was lightning fast.
I believe it's just the target in general, but
okay.
Let's see here. There's a score, 228. Did he say 238?
He did say 238 because the time score difference. I believe they're
very close.
Same.
Very close. So obviously, you want to hit the inside of those targets.
They both look like they know what's going on, for sure.
I think
we'll see if those scores hold.
I think Bella Tactical reloaded once or twice in there during the transition where, you know, I don't know if Win maybe didn't and managed that ammo, because that's the key here is you're tapping, so you don't need to tack reload every 3 seconds. Just like, you know, because other games have trained us to do so, doesn't mean we have to bring that skill here. So I think that's it, is managing those magazines so that you can transition a lot faster is going to be huge.
100%. So good shots on display, I think, from both Win and Bella. And one thing that I was not caught off guard by, but a bit like surprised to see is how important I think movement is going to be for this. The ability to shoot and like quickly exit that area, run around a corner, position, you know, get that scope down range. Every second I think is going to matter, because again, it looks like they can just continue to shoot targets, but they had that limited 90-second timer up right now. We'll take a look at the Saurus PG. He's about to dive in and take his competition head on. We'll see who he's going up against in just a moment.
It's a sick backpack. All right, here we go. Look at that one tapping.
Let's go.
Yeah, so it looks like they're shooting twice per target, though.
Yep.
It does.
Yeah, so they're shooting 2 times. Okay, there he's starting to shoot once.
I think maybe if you get the middle, it's a one shot.
Oh, that might be it.
Go.
So accuracy is definitely a little bit important here.
Increases your speed, yeah, because it took 2 with this outside ring.
Good shots.
Yeah.
He's got 60 seconds left to keep going. He's got 128
he got
already.
The wrong way.
He got lost. It's going to hurt you.
Crucial misstep there by Thesaurus. There is the hit and no Elim. So those 2 double taps will come in handy on occasion.
59.
214.
250, 214, 259 total.
So
the sound is missing.
259 total. So the faster you can go is obviously helpful here. So learning this map as we kind of continue to play it and see these guys play it. So going fast and being accurate here, all very, very important as we take a peek at Farouk doing his run.
Yeah,
Nice
Farouk was doing good in the Battle Royale sense, so I want to see how he does here in the shooting style.
That was real fast.
I'm excited to see Metalcore. I feel like his shots today have been really on point.
Yeah, but those are those long-range snipes. Does he got that snappy micro movement?
With the S-kiss.
Well, we'll see. We'll have to. So Farouk landing him.
That was clean. That was
like. I wonder how important that. Yeah, it was. I wonder how important that sliding. I wonder if you get that randomly or if you just kind of run at the same pace as everyone else. You're good to go.
This might be top scorer so far.
Yeah.
We'll see. 45.
262.
Yeah, that's good. His time score was great at 45.
Is that top score we've seen so far? 262.
I think that it is.
Not bad.
So the first couple, I didn't see I was looking at the shoot score.
Same.
And I honestly have no idea how they finished up. I know the last two, once we figured out the overalls, that was definitely top score. So Farouk looking pretty strong, I will say. He was pretty happy with it too. He was stoked, and I believe we've got some more coming up in a moment. And we'll go check in on that. But yeah, overall, some really good shooters. I didn't really see anybody that was sticking out as like, hey, this person, they need to pick it up. But they all were pretty impressive here as we go to Dab.
It does look like Chad had our back, and Bella's winning with 272. Go ahead, Scott.
Oh, okay, 272. Okay.
Yep.
I thought Farouk was looking good.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm meant to start. Am I meant to start?
Uh-oh.
Oh, it is working. It's just not working. Okay.
Problems.
I meant to just shoot the other.
We've got a double tap here from Her Gaming. Now that we figured that out, we're rocking and rolling.
Oh,
Look left.
You missed him.
Oh no!
Oh, this is going badly.
Gosh, I don't know where they all are.
Yeah, I think.
We'll go over to Dab. We'll see his run. Slow but sure. He's just taking the steady approach, making sure he hits the target.
Yeah.
Maybe he won't have the fastest time, but
interesting. He missed the blue.
Determined not to miss.
Missed the slider on the last round, or the last section. Tough time to reload.
Yeah, it is. There's 45, 44,
oh,
43. No.
Oh,
there it is.
Is that all of them? Am I missing one?
Yeah.
No, he missed.
I think he missed the target back there.
Yeah, he missed the slider right on this next section, not this one. Keep going, buddy.
Oh, he's gonna be kicking himself for that.
Keep going. Here it is. Yep.
Oh yeah, that is going to definitely hurt the time score.
I think he might have also missed.
Where do we go?
Oh, both of these guys are still looking around.
Oh, no.
Did I miss something? I'm so confused.
Well, I think it's safe to say they probably won't finish with the highest score. Oh,
We're about to find if time score matters or not.
Right? We'll see.
I need to see what this time score is. 45.
Will it be 0? Okay, 1. I saw 1.
Oh my gosh.
I got a 223.
So not going to be good enough for the top of the leaderboard, but good accurate shooting there. Now we'll see Bushka.
Bushka, come on, Bushka. What?
Oh, whoa!
Look, he's not even in the right section. He's just like, I want to skip that one and shoot early. What are these peaks? These are zoomer angles.
263. Okay, Bushka.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's not.
Yeah, he's happy with that. Again, Bella Fox, it seems, is the front runner right now, which it was 272 for that one, I think.
Yep.
Not bad.
Yep, 272,
not bad, but
still the score to beat.
Also, listen.
Looks like a couple of these players still just missed the targets, man. He didn't do the run the same way as some of the others, and it came back to bite him as that time important, but more critically than that, like obviously shooting all of the targets, I think is important as well. How do you rebound from something like that, Scump?
You just you really can't. I mean, I think, do you get 1 go or 2? I think you only get 1 go. So you don't really have a chance to rebound. I would be watching my teammates go to get a sense of the map, so I'm not making that mistake. But you snooze, you lose. I mean, you get 1 chance at that.
Yep.
But yeah, you gotta watch everyone before you. Honestly, it's probably a good thing to go towards the middle or end of the pack because A, you know the scores, and B, you know the map in and out. You know where every target is. So just gotta pay attention, watch everybody else.
Absolutely. So kind of chaotic there for everybody just kind of going at the same time, more or less. But we'll have some scores for you guys here in just a moment to kind of see how everything shook out. But here's a little replay as we see Win going at it early. Toffees, walk us through some of our competition.
I mean, some nice plays here as we see Bella doing her run. She's currently in the lead from what we have seen. And a lot of this is going to come down to how fast you can move through the map, how quickly you can acquire your targets. We're seeing players who are transitioning while staying ADS'd. That's picked up a little bit of speed speed on some of these shorter gaps. So you can also tell who spends time in the practice ranges, I feel like, by watching some of this play. Like, look at that shot by Bushko is still my favorite one that we've seen so far.
The confidence to even take the shot rather than wait for it to come out the other side. Impressive.
Very, very much so.
Nice work from him with the SKS. And an SKS is not a weapon that a lot of people will choose to use. So maybe some familiarity coming into play as well. I don't know. We'll see. Seems like a lot more people kind of favor the mini. I've seen
100%
the DMRs, but
it's smart. Everyone's vert gripping this thing because in this particular mode, your vert recoil recovery is insanely important. So everybody's sort of looking to get that in this one to make sure they can get that double tap inside the center mass. And so we're seeing that build out. That's why you got that little machine right there to get you started quickly. But I think this is, like you said, we hadn't really seen it before. You guys, I think, are seeing it for the first time at home, and some of our players are experiencing it for the first time as well. So we're going to stack chart them all for you at the end so you can see apples to apples, who's the best at skill challenges.
Absolutely. We'll do that in just a moment, but first, we got to get into some more sweepstakes. We got giveaways on giveaways today.
Awesome.
So for those of you that had a chance to enter, we got another second place winner to draw here. It's Smiley Face picking up PUBG Mobile suitcase, the Galaxy S25, a Galaxy Buds 3 Pro, and 3,000 UC. So congratulations to Smiley Face picking up all of the loot. And for those sticking around for that UC giveaway towards the end of the broadcast, got another hint for you. We'll throw that on the screen right here. There's been 2 given away already, and here's your third. It is 2.
2 again.
Just 2 simple letters, just 2. But write that down, screenshot it, do whatever you got to do. It'll make part of a 4-word passphrase that you'll enter towards the end of the broadcast to have an opportunity to win UC that you can then take in-game and buy all your favorite skins, cosmetics, and other upgrades in PUBG Mobile. And with that, Scumpy, we've got one more game. It's coming up here in just a bit, but first we're going to go to a quick break, and we'll see you guys here in just a moment.
We just checked out the traditional side of Rondo, but now we're in Hong Kong to find locations just like Rondo's Jadena City, the first ever modern city in PUBG Mobile.
Let's go. So we checked some Rondo-like places in real life, and that's what you can experience in PUBG Mobile. Download PUBG Mobile for free and experience Rondo now.
Huh? Look. Oh yeah, lots of stairs.
I need energy drink right now.
Oh, that's hot.
Like open it.
Oh! Oh yeah,
Golden goal. He gave one gun and I said it's gonna have one more. He's like, okay.
It looks awesome, man. It looks so cool. I love it. Nice. Yeah.
If this works, I'm gonna go piss for 10.
Along the way, from innovative update, come on.
That's it? No way.
Oh no! Oh no!
Wait, Matt, show him what it is.
Okay, finally, we are made. Finally, we did.
You can't talk anymore.
Finally, we made it.
You made a picture go small.
Download PUBG Mobile and play for free on iOS and Android.
Getting a
are the Dream Killers. I'm giving that the Golden Eagles now. Blaze.
Sit down.
Close, making some magic happen. 2 down, now 3, going for the ace.
Uh-oh, the nade. That looks good. Oh my God.
But hey, Bisk is gone. He's gone in 4th place, 0-2 now. What is going on?
Incredible stuff on our break as we had an opportunity to follow along with Bushka, Farouk, Shifan, and the Saurus over in China, celebrating the launch of the brand new Rondo map and PUBG Mobile 7th anniversary. If you guys want to see all of that combined in one video, make sure you check it out on PUBG Mobile's YouTube channel, where it will be dropping in the coming days. Super excited to check that out in full. And if you were watching today's broadcast and thinking, you know, hey, I could compete with these guys, I could be a pro, we get an opportunity to do just that. Get involved in the Titan series. It is North America's path to pro, and you can grab your squad, get 4 players, head on over to the website at titanseries.gg and get involved. Sign up. Signups are open through tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, and $20,000 in prizes is on the line. Season 7 of the Titan series is live here shortly, and I hope to see you guys in it. If you guys have the guts to go storm the battlefield, definitely go show us by scanning that QR code and getting your squad and going and signing up. So good luck to all that choose to brave the battlegrounds. And we'll see you out there. But we have another beautiful map to get through tonight on Rondo. If you guys haven't downloaded PUBG Mobile, though, please do that. Go get the game. It's free at the link in the description. Make sure you're also following PUBG Mobile on social media everywhere at PUBG Mobile to get all the latest game updates and information and all the news on events just like this one. So all of that out of the way, let's bring back in our special guests. We've got Toffee and Scump back with us on the broadcast. Gentlemen, one more map for all the marbles. Who's it gonna be, Scump? Are we still sticking with Dr. Chemist?
I have to at this point. I have to. I think it's like a 4-5 team race here. This last map's going to be a really fun one to watch, and I can't wait to see who comes out on top. It's really going to come down to a limbs for me. Whoever comes out hot off the start, finds those opening kills, carries that momentum. Hopefully they can get it done.
I love it. And Toffees, we got the themed game mode for Rondo coming back, and that means floating islands, gilded palaces, and extra bodies that you can take down. What's that going to mean for teams that are trying to claw their way back up the leaderboard?
I think everybody goes there, right? So it's just going to be a massive kerfuffle. I think maybe if you're the top team, you don't, because you're so far ahead. You just go to your spot, pick up some good gear, and lock in to sort of maintain yourself in the last game. But everybody else, it's going to be a bloodbath. My money's on Farouk, even though I want to say Bushka is officially my new favorite PUBG Mobile player. Love it.
Love it. Well, let's check the leaderboard here as we head into our final game. I want to see who's got to do what. This is the shooting range that we just saw. Let's go. And with a score of 231.
Wow, that's great.
We got Jacob's Fleet coming in the top spot with 15 points. And I do believe these are the target scores. Metal Medallion picking up 230. Very close second place there. But this is huge for Metal because, again, they were trying to close that gap, and it looks like they will do it on a few squads, at least maintain it, but not Dr. Chemist, who finishes in third place here, picking up 11 points. These are clutch finishes here. You can see 3 out of our top 4 teams are in the hunt. And so, again, Scump, this is what you want to see from your top teams.
Hey, you never know. That 1 point could just be the deciding factor. We're going to have to see how this last game goes. But that 1 point, you never know.
Absolutely.
Say her and Win were like, please just don't go to page 2. You guys don't have to go to page 2. Don't worry about it.
Well, hey, I
Poor
like
Win.
that.
I think I cursed him.
Maybe it happens though from time to time. He's all tuckered out from the Conqueror grind. Maybe I don't know. But here is our overall headed into the final map. 12 points is the margin between first and second place. Again, remember, $7,500 in prizes for our first place finisher. So that is a spot that is, coveted. Everybody wants to be there. But I will say that gap is not safe. 12 points is easy to make up in one game with all of these elims on the table. We saw in the first game, Dr. Chemist's team put up 20. So, again, very possible to do. Toffees, are you expecting it to kind of be the same here, or who is going to have an opportunity to shake things up?
So strategically, if this were comp, normally I'd say Dr. Chemist is unbeatable because they'll go to a middle position, they'll lock down, they'll play defense, and that is outside of metal an impossible climb to make. That said, I don't think Dr. Chemist has it in him. I think Dr. Chemist Lab is going to be front and center in the hot drop, and I think that's a chance for Jacob and Metal and Ace to come in there and play very aggressive if they can eliminate Dr. Chemist. So the second that fight breaks out, if you see Dr. Chemist or Metal Medallions in the kill feed, you need to flood them because you need to make sure that they limp into the back half of this game. Yes, they get to come back, but when they come back, they're going to do it with less gear, and if you can flood them early, they're not going to get any points on the floating island. So if you are everyone from 3 down, if you see either of those 2 teams pop up in the kill feed, all bets are off, full rush.
You agree,
Run them
Scump?
down. Yeah, I want to see Dr. Chemist just stick to their guns, honestly. They've been doing so good at the floating island. They've picked up the most elims on the day. I mean, they just look like the best team in the tournament. So stick to your guns, stay aggressive, and yeah, send it. Send it at the floating island. I think that they've got it if they just continue to play confident. They look great.
Well, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? I mean, just keep doing what you're doing. And 20 elims on our first themed Rondo game, and that's what we're running back here again. So if they, have that performance, they're going to be in the money tonight, $7,500, and that's a big difference between finishing in second place. So again, my dark horse pick tonight, we didn't quite deliver. I was very hopeful that we would, but it just ended up being a miss tonight for old PB. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll get them next time. I mean, here we go. We got themed Rondo. Again, which do you prefer? Like, if you're playing Scump, is it the theme mode with the hot drops and the extra stuff, or are you more of like the hardcore, like just give me the basic map and we're rocking and rolling? Which one kind of appealed to you?
I love the idea of the hot drop zone. Go in there, get some sophisticated loot, come out with kills. I love that idea so much. I think it's going to be a great fifth map to watch, sorry. And I think, again, I said there's kind of 4 teams right now that I'm looking at in this last map. So we'll see who comes out with the kills, comes out with the loot, but I definitely prefer the theme for sure.
I love it. What about you, Toffees?
Personal preference? As a man who holds the esteemed title of having won a game in PUBG with no kills, I believe slow, steady, less risk play is my bread and butter. So I would play the classic style. I would play slow. If I can get to the end game without a kill and sort of just grind my way in through placement and out-thinking my opponents, that's why I love Battle Royale. I came from a MOBA background. Everything is a chess match up here, right? It's all about timing, managing position, your gear versus theirs, power growth. I think that's why I love Battle Royale and PUBG Mobile so much, is you can play like a wuss and still win.
Did you do the no shoot challenge? Don't even shoot the gun at all. Just make them sit in the blue and hope that they tick out?
I missed a lot of shots, and people saved me, and then the final team did have to limp out in the blue. But ultimately,
the truth comes out.
I dressed in blue, and I hit in a wheat field, and I crawled, baby.
There you go, like a slithering snake.
Yes, sir.
He might have got the pacifist title for winning a game without getting any elims at all, but it's not for lack of trying. He was putting guns downrange, trying to get those elims, and just missed for whatever reason. It's all good. They actually do give out a title, though. You can wear this little badge over your head. It says pacifist, which is pretty cool. I do have that one, and it was one of the harder achievements to get in the game because things have to break just right. But you know what I will say? I don't anticipate anybody picking up that title in tonight's game. I
No.
think that we are going to be going for broke here because there's serious cash on the line, folks. We're not going to be not firing the weapon. So I'm looking forward to seeing that as we've got both planes coming in, doing the little traditional cross as we see here on Rondo. We take a little look at the map. But Toffee, things are about to kick off.
Yep, this is going to kick off. Everyone's now got some time on Rondo. We got one good old-fashioned plane. So this is about as straightforward as it can get. The plane's going right over our island, so everyone's going to be able to drop onto this, and I expect to see no teams avoid the hotspot. He gets it.
Yeah,
like
nobody miss it.
Yep. We need placement.
Yeah, we'll see if Jacob can hit the point of interest this time. It's the sands of time here. Flip things around.
Boy, that was discombobulating.
Pretty cool. So now we're in. We have discovered the Gilded Palace. So Metalcore.
Team in second right now, correct? I believe they're 12 points down. Oh, what's
challenge
the challenge?
is already up.
I'll
So
tell
the
you
challenge.
real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Reverse. One player on your team must use the Reversal Blade's core ability to rewind time during a fight with enemy players. 15 teams can get it.
Okay.
So basically,
how many points is that for?
10.
Oh, so you want to definitely go for that.
And the way it works is you set your marker, and then you have a set amount of time before you can trigger it. And if you trigger the Reversal Blade, you'll sort of roll back to where you were with the same health levels as when you set the marker, as well as ammo and everything else, and armor health, from what I understand.
Gotcha.
There it is. Janos Jaeger's complete reverse, being the first squad to pick up 10 points, and Farouk's Force is also doing the same. So it looks like they're able to do it with the Reversal Blade. Shots fired here from Bella Fox, narrowly missing, but it's not stopping some of these teams from doing this challenge and reversing time all over. It's got to be confusing, right? All this time being rolled back everywhere.
Yeah, I'm just taking a look at that kill feed, making sure I don't see any of the Dr. Chemist players dropping here.
Good shot.
Really taking a look at who's going down. I don't think I've seen any of them drop quite yet.
Doom was just knocked a few seconds ago, and that's from Dr. Chemist's lab team.
Quite a few players not here.
Master
They're all
Curse.
out looting. That's interesting.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm kind of hoping that I don't want them to do poorly. I'm definitely not rooting for them to do poorly, but I want to see like that nail biter finish where we don't know who it's gonna be.
Yes.
That's what I'm hoping for here. I want to see a tight finish at the end.
Just gotta
see if one of these teams that's close can deliver.
All right, got some good looting going on right now as we join in with Ace Lawrence. He's been pretty consistent, Ace Allies. They're not in the best standing right now, but they've been hustling. 4th place.
Chiffon,
hey, 4th
already
place, they're still there.
11 elims right now for Chiffon's Explorers. This soon into the game.
Wow.
I'll have to go check where they were on the leaderboard. I want to say they were like 7th, but let me...
they were 9th with 39 points.
Very good, very good.
They would need a large one here.
Well, starting out with 12 is the beginning of it.
Yeah, no, got to start somewhere.
It's one of those really frustrating ones, though, when you have a game like this to end, and you sit there and you spend the rest of the year thinking, like, why didn't we do
Where
that?
was
We
that
could
all night?
like where we could have one game that was like this earlier, and we would have been in a better spot. It's just that's because it's so funny. Like when I work with pro players, they'll get 2nd or 3rd in a tournament, and that's all they'll talk about is that one point they could have found somewhere else. It's tough, man.
That's how it always
being
is.
a comp player is tough mentally.
Yeah, in BR games, you're always looking at that one game that just chalked your whole tournament,
Yup.
and that's the thing. You got to just stay consistent. It's
Yup.
so hard though sometimes.
You know what's even worse for a lot of the comp players when they get knocked out of these events, they have to sit there because it's a battle royale, so everybody's still playing with nothing but their own team on comms. So you just sit there, sort of like going over the failures for 20 minutes,
Yeah,
and it is
that's the worst.
Yup.
It is the worst. You
Yup.
get eliminated first team out, and you just sitting there.
You just gotta
sad.
sit and kind of marinate, you know.
Yup.
It's like,
Yeah.
let it soak in.
Try to act like you're not mad, but you're
Yup.
mad, and yeah. It's
And so your team clown is making jokes, and everybody knows though, and then your captain's not saying something, but his silence is deafening. Like that's just a terrible place to sit. If
been
you
there
haven't-
one too many times.
Exactly. And if you guys haven't, sign up for the Titan series. It's a free registration. It's open play. And listen, I grew up in an era before esports when we had to play intramurals and never could hope of taking on Jordan in a match. Now you get to play and even see these like pro level players in your games. I just think it's a really cool experience. Do it. Trust me.
Absolutely. If nothing else, it's a super fun tournament.
Yeah.
I've been around Titan Series since the very beginning, and a lot of fun that tournament. So again, Path to Pro now, and really good shots coming off the roof here. Ray taking down Chills, and that's a tough player to take down. We have a showdown now where all challenges are paused, and looks like they have to have each team captain name one major tourist attraction in their country.
Oh.
On the roof.
If they have any good answers here.
No, you're fine.
Her Gaming's from Australia, so maybe the Sydney Opera House.
No, on the roof.
I was gonna say kangaroos, but Sydney Opera House.
That works.
Yeah. Tarantulas.
I want to go see that really buff kangaroo that keeps showing up on social media for the last 20 years.
I think they frown upon fighting them.
Well, I don't think I just want to see him. If he tries to pick a fight, I'll do what I have to do. But
squares up.
If he squares up, then I didn't have a choice. It was taken away.
Absolutely. Well, hey, things are going crazy for a few of these teams right now. We have Shifan already out to 12 elims on the squad. One thing that we haven't talked about much is the top 4 teams are going to be in the money, and we focused a lot on the top spot, and if anybody's going to be able to catch Dr. Chemist, which very well might be the case, but there's 23 points between Dr. Chemist's team and 4th place of Ace Allies. There's a lot of teams right below that with Yamna, Farouk, and Rolex that are gunning for that spot, and they need to go all out here. Rolex, who's on your screen now, is among them. So we'll see if they're up to the task here and can close that ground, try to get into the money, because all these prizes are significant. Who doesn't want to go home with $1,000 for playing video games?
And we're
absolutely.
We're outside of the comeback phase now, right? So like the deaths are deaths. Powerbang.
Looks like Rolex and was that Blackie? Couldn't read the name up there, but yeah, they have one left. It looks like.
Okay.
And they can get recalled.
Okay.
Yeah, this is when it gets fun. When you start to see some of those other players go down on those top teams, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, here's our chance!" And then you see the stakes get raised. This is when it gets serious.
So right now, Dr. Chemist, not a huge amount of elims, as they are sitting on just 1. Jacob's Fleet, who is in 3rd, down by about 20 points, has managed to put 6 elims on the map already. So that is at least a step in the right direction. I think it's been a very slow game so far for Dr. Chemist.
Okay, I don't like to hear that.
Well,
my champions.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things. Like, I grew up a fan of soccer and hockey, and I still remember to this day teams that pull the goalie, that they play defensive because they're ahead, and just how many times I've seen that lose a tournament or an event, right? So
yeah, you never want a turtle.
No, I as much as I'm a fan of David Moyes, it's one thing that he did far too often, and I think that might be what we're seeing from Dr. Chemist right here. They turtled a little too hard at the start of this thing.
What's the saying? You got to play to win. Don't.
Yep.
You got to play to win. Don't play not to lose.
Yep.
Exactly. And that's why I want to see the Chemists just go for that top floating island and just try to go crazy again, because they've been so efficient at it.
They're lucky though, because right now Metalcore is the team that's the one that's most likely to be able to catch them. They have 0 elims right now, so they're the only team in the lobby who hasn't gotten an elim, and that's good for Dr. Chemist, right? Because they're not actually making up any ground right now, which is huge for them. So despite not having their A game maybe and putting up a ton of frags, well, unfortunately for them, or fortunately for them rather, the 2nd place team is doing nothing either.
They're gonna love to see that.
But it's strategy, right? So Metal Medallion's at least getting in there and mixing it up. Dr. Chemist's lab has a total of about 200 damage so far in this match. So they are just avoiding. Hey, I respect it. The problem is Metal Medallions, they're trying to fight. They got 4 alive. Powerbang, if they only need less than about 10, 12 points to catch them. So I am a little worried that could definitely work out against Dr. Chemist.
Absolutely. 12 points was the gap coming in, and right now it is 13 with that 1 elim that Dr. Chemist has. So lots of ground to make up, but again, it can happen. The concern that I have for some of these teams is they got a lot of ground to make up, but as you can see, there's only 51 players left in the lobby, so 13 already gone. So those are points that are no longer achievable, and they got to really get busy because a significant portion of the lobby needs to be theirs, essentially. And right now, if they don't have any momentum going, they really got to work to build that immediately.
You think those nerves might be starting to get to some of the players?
I think they got to, man. I'd be probably a little nervous. I mean, a lot of money on the line, and all the fans watching from home, scrutinizing the way fans do. It's got to be a little nerves for sure.
Well, it's also that other side of the coin that Battle Royale brings to a final match, which is for every 4 teams that are in the hunt, there are 11 teams to 12 teams that just don't care, right? They're out. They're out at this point. That optic was incredible. They're out at this point. So that makes everything significantly harder because those bottom teams are just having fun, quote unquote, or doing crazy things. And so it becomes very stressful to sort of survive or pick up those points because no one's where you think they're going to be.
100%. Well, hey, we are cooking here. 51 left, and the crash coming in. What a clutch pickup there by Levi, taking down an oncoming assailant here. Bushka's team holding strong right now on the defense. See if they're able to... Oh my God. Bad time to go over the rail. Doom takes down Bushka.
Even when he dies, he's joyful.
Tough one.
Oh, man.
So Itachi here, one of the final hopes, him and Smallman trying to hold this ground, and opponent not making it easy. They're trying to get the recalls. You can hear them saying, I need that recall, but they have to... Oh, no. It's just Itachi now.
Tough situation. Seeing if you can try to hold this angle. It's a good spot to hold. A lot of information and not a lot given. Also, while this was happening, Dr. Chemist activated and now has 5 kills.
Here they come.
Here they go.
I feel like you got to look to the left here because you
got it.
Pass. Yep.
It's the only way they're going to... If they're smart, that's the push, right? Because they know that you're going to right side peek them around the building. So it was a really good double outside push on the left. Really smart play to take Bushka out of the game.
Yeah, it was really efficient. They really gave him no chance there. Nothing Bush and his squad could have done. Really good push by the opponents there. And just like that, Solara, they picked up some Elems, and Rolex. Yeah, they've got some momentum going as well. Rolex up to 14 now.
Rolex was in 5th with 61 points coming into this one. So while this may not propel them to catch up to, say, Dr. Chemist, this run could easily put them in the top 4. Those Elims have them caught up now to the 4th and basically 5th place teams.
Each bullet could mean some money in their pocket. So Ace Allies, one of the teams they're trying to catch, is out. So they're definitely able to make up that ground. And the other teams ahead of them are Jacob's Fleet, Metal's Medallions, and Dr. Chemist's Labs. So Metal and Dr. Chemist both slow going so far. Dr. Chemist starting to pick up a little steam, but Metal is still 0 right now on their squad.
Well, you said Ace is out. That means, I believe, based on Elims alone, Rolex has passed them and is now officially going to be in the money. So from here on out, they're playing with like house cash. You know what I mean? And that's
for sure.
That's
I think,
a really
I think
good
they got a couple more to go because Ace picked up 3 before they went out. So bumped them up a little bit, but still with the rank points as they are, they only need to go like 1 more place and then they'll definitely pass. But so things are trending well for Rolex for sure. And my bet is they got 4 up right now. They're not done. They're going to get at least a couple more.
Yep.
Maybe there's parking. I don't
know. Bella's on recall duty.
One's hard scoping me.
She's chilling, man. Always looking so comfy while playing.
Right.
Careful.
They're like legit camping though. She took her eye off the tablet for like a good 20 seconds there.
Yep.
Just like I'm waiting until I hear something.
Yep. So I just especially in the last game, it's got to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's got the little finger covers on, some slides. I love those things, by the way.
Those are fascinating. I use them on occasion, depending on my mood and how sweaty I want to be. But they work pretty good.
Yeah. Every time I see Noah Sunday, whenever I run to him at a con, he's always handing out his branded ones, and so like I have a little pile of them. It's quite, they're nice. The lack of friction, it really makes my fingers feel better.
For sure. We got Blue Power on the move. They're trying to get things going. They're sitting in 15th right now, but Solara has put up 7 to try to catch them. They're battling for the bottom of the standings right now. They're trying to get it done. So here we go. Farouk. They're trying to build some momentum as well, sitting in 6th coming into this game. So far in this final match, they've got 7 Elims on their squad, so they're doing their part to try to claw their way up the table as well.
So fill me in. What's going on here? Who's eliminating people?
Well, Ace's allies got knocked out. They were sitting in 4th place. Rolex Rollers needs at least, I would say, 2 kills to be safe, or 2 elims to be safe to pass them, and to move into the money. So right now is Rolex on the move with their 14 elims. They got to put at least 2 more on the board, though.
Landed this house. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, sorry, camera. Having some tough difficulties with the camera right now.
Now you gotta regroup. Okay? Let's see. Dr. Chemist is up to 7 elims, which means they should be pretty comfortably winning this event. I would imagine his metal is still at 0.
Running out of bodies to take down. Oh, hello. Zooming 1 bullet. If it connects, he's done because he's down at like 20% HP.
Yeah, he's in the blue too. It's not doing too much damage though.
Things are getting a little dicey here for Dr. Chemist. They're playing keep away right now. It's like just trying to stay alive.
Have to figure out a way to come
They're way out in the blue, but it is time to head to zone, my friend.
Yep. I mean, the system that they're using is working. You can bandage while you drive as long as you stay in a straight line. Or don't hit anything, I should say.
Put my band-aids on.
Right.
No big deal.
What are you doing, Dad?
He gets out of it too.
Dude, this Najar guy has been on it today. He's had a really good day.
That's kind of one of my favorite things about these anniversaries is like we get to see some like new players too that like, you know, probably would never get a chance to like get some showcase, and they always blow me away with what they're able to do.
Yeah, Najar's got 8 elims this game so far. He had 10 earlier in a game, so this dude's just absolutely mowing people down.
Love to see that. Is that Rolex down?
Nice.
Yeah, Rolex down.
Oh, wow.
Too many, says Rolex, and that is their game.
Yeah.
Did they do enough to pass Ace? They got 14, and they go out, it looks like, in 12th. So they'll pick up a couple of points for rank. I did not see where Ace went out, so they could have missed points altogether.
Yep.
That is a really close finish here to see. So we got a little bit of a mystery coming. I believe 12th place coming in for placement gets you 4 points. So it really comes down to where did Ace place? We'll see.
Where did Ace leave those points on the map? That'll be a good one to watch as we get to that back. So that's a battle for 4th. Now, that is to say, Farouk's forces. Are we still? We got 10 elim on Farouk. Farouk was also chasing that 4th place position, coming in with 58 points. So only 3 less than the Rolex Rollers had.
You know, another gap that we're not looking at, or we haven't so far. We've looked at 1 to 2 and 3 to 4, or excuse me, 4 to 5. We haven't looked at the 3rd place team, which is Jacob.
Yeah.
They have 7 elims right now. They were only behind by 8 to Metal in 2nd place. Metal has 0 still.
And they're
Jacob
so they're about caught up.
They're right there.
All right, Jacob.
Yeah, both the top 2 teams, are they just going for more of a passive game here? It might be biting them in the butt here.
Yes, sir.
Top Squad definitely is doing it on purpose because they're driving around out in the blue bandaging. So that's purposeful. I don't know if Metal's just been unlucky. Like, they may not have seen
There is.
who. I was trying to see what's going on.
Metal's middle circle just holding. So they're in a decent spot to lock up right now and hopefully take maybe 3 or 4 elims off like a hard crash would be nice for them to see. What else?
It's up to 9 now, though. I think they might have passed them up. So it comes down to the end here to where are they going to rank, and will Metal start to put the foot down on the gas pedal here towards the end circle? They've got great position right now, probably best position in the zone. But again, it comes down to this final moments here and see if they're going to finish in 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Who knows?
Yeah. I like Jacob's comms right now. Super clean.
215 of me. The 215.
Yeah, they seem very calm.
Yep.
They got a good game plan going on here. And they're right back in 2nd place, so.
Right? I mean, that's hard it's hard to stay that calm when you know you're in money defending, but also trying to push up to maintain in those tough spots a good, clean leadership voice. So I'm actually really impressed with how they're handling the pressure of trying to push up here in 2nd place.
Absolutely. I mean, again, it gets pretty tense, especially in these BRs where one wrong move, one wrong rotation, and you're just done, so.
I'm here, my friend.
Take a peek into Solara's team. They're having a good game. They're up to 10 so far, which I think almost doubles their score because I think they had 14 coming into the finals.
It wasn't
lining
great.
it up. Oh,
get it? Oh,
no!
It was so close.
Waited just too long.
Behind the car.
Come on,
I can't
Solara.
hit you, but I can hit your car. on. She's distracting them while her teammates push forward. That was really well done. So that spray was just meant to keep them ducked behind the car.
Hey, this is a little cover fire. We're gonna pin these guys down. You guys can close ground. You saw that Molotov blow up like right on top of them as well. Put a little more pressure.
Honestly, that's two things I don't see enough of in BR is cover fire and pre-firing peaks. Like these are like basic FPS things that like I feel like we've forgotten in Battle Royale sometimes.
I'm a fan of the cover fire myself. I'm you know, not that it's effective all the time, but I try.
Oh, wow. Jacob just hit an absolutely beautiful grenade over the ridge. That landed right on top of him.
I wonder if he saw him first or if that was blind. That was crazy.
That was cooked to perfection.
Oh, this just is sketchy. If he goes under there and this thing falls on him, he's squished. Pancake time.
Pancake time.
Two cars on me. I overextend a little bit.
I knocked one of them. I just got armed. Sorry, I'm going for it.
All right, got to pick up that body here.
Yep, absolutely.
Little Fox not able to do so as she gets rolled up on. Who is that? Was it Chiffon?
Let's go.
I think it was a res into an instant re-knock, unfortunately.
Let's see who that was. It was hard to say. But it looks like Farouk's up to 15 now.
Okay.
Nice. Oh wow.
Man, they're making a game of it here because they came in 6th, and they got a couple squads ahead of them. You know, maybe leaving some on the table here. Metal still with 0. They had a solid second, maybe a run at first coming into this. They gotta be careful not to fall out of the money altogether.
Yeah, right. That's gotta be the worst part. Is like you go in there, you're like, oh, we'll take it easy. We're so far ahead, but you weren't.
And then boom, no money.
Yep. Honestly, I think a lot of teams took too long to wrap their heads around how valuable that early drop on the floating island was. If you didn't come out of those with at least 4 kills, it just puts you so far behind.
Yeah, I'm so surprised. I'm really surprised that they played it as passive as they did, both the 1 and 2 teams. I was expecting them to go in guns blazing again, but they did exactly what I didn't want to see them do. Chemist letting me down here, but what do we have an official ranking right now on the leaderboard of how are they ahead still or?
Dr. Chemist is out, but they put up 9, so that should be plenty to keep them in the top spot because there was a long way to go. For Jacob, they were down by 20.
Yeah,
and that's 3rd place, and they've put up quite a few. They've got 11, but 11 is not 20.
If Jacob can win though, if they can get the chicken dinner plus their current elimination count, that would actually get them close. Right? Okay. Because how many points did you say we walked out with on the Chemist?
I got 9 and then finished what, 7th or so.
Okay, so if they can get like I would say 5 more elims and then win the game, which is logical, you'd need that to win anyway. They're in the hunt.
Okay.
Also, to be clear, we love Chemist and we have been cheering for them most of the day. But
yes, we have.
As casters, it's our job to cheer against whoever's at in the lead as the tournament comes to an end.
We want to see a close one.
Farouk is going crazy right now. Mario Gaming has been doing work. Seven's been doing work. Seven's got 7 elims. Najar has 9 elims. So it's feast or famine over there, and mostly feast for old Farouk's forces as they got 18 on the board right now. And there's another knock from them. They're going crazy.
Ooh, do it. Do it. That's the value of the 3x.
Now let's see it put the use here. Cars coming up.
They got 3 different vehicles. I wonder if you alert them to your presence and let them crash. We'll see. The way they've been firing, though, I mean, these guys are lasers right now.
You saw the player on the left side. There you go.
Yeah, they're in a pretty good spot. They have this like top ridge area, and they can rotate to the left. They can just walk right into the ridge and keep using it as a head glitch.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. The only spot I'm worried about for them is the same little ridge a little further down the road. If that team rolls up to the bottom of it, they can peek them.
100%. They kind of use it against them.
Yep. Look at this zone, though. This is kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and teams are going to have to book it out of cover.
Push at the very beginning of this zone. We should probably all go in different cars. While they're fighting.
That's a good call.
While they're fighting, you guys want to go?
clown car it, man. All 4 in the same vehicle.
No, you stop that right now. That's bad information, all you at home.
They've even got a slug bug. Load up, boys.
Power Bag wants free chicken dinners. You don't trust him.
Oh, man. They got to the rim. Oh, no, they didn't. Both players down. Farouk, they might have a hero story here, guys.
Yeah.
Farouk's up to 22, and they're pushing for a chicken dinner.
That's wild. And he's not. And he's just hyping the boys.
I need some 5s if you guys have.
Farouk's,
this is great.
Farouk's done.
Farouk's
for, right?
out early. He's just
yeah.
cheerleading.
He's just being the cheerleader caller. It's kind of, sometimes that's super clutch. Is having a good caller who goes down early and can become your 4th man, but like visually supportive of more than one player.
Oh wow.
Let's go, boys.
We've been seeing a
I'm
lot
surprised
of
Mario
work,
didn't
man.
see him.
Watch out.
Guy behind the tree.
Oh, good shot.
Oh.
He connects. Not
Sees
the
him.
headshot he was looking for, but definitely got the hit marker.
10 players left.
Don't die.
Good advice.
Right?
Always good.
Story
just
of
don't
my
die.
life. I tell that to myself all the time. Every time things.
Every morning I wake up to the same thing.
You got this. Just don't die. If you can accomplish this one goal, your day was a success.
Man, this is tense.
Oh.
One of them came closer.
Okay.
He's at
Over 4,000 damage on the board for Farouk. Absolutely massive game from them. I did not expect it to this degree coming into the final game.
Yep.
Will they have enough though to get the dub? We'll see.
This is why I love Winsanity though. Like, let's be honest, they had no chance of making the money coming to this game, but he still will. His team and he will play like it is the most important match of their life every single time.
They're sweating.
I have a lot of respect for that. Yep.
Go out with some integrity.
Yep. 100%. 100%.
All right, so here it is. We have a 4v3 or 4v4. I can't tell. It might be a 1 solo hanging around.
I think it's
3 teams, so it's a 4v3v1.
Ooh, nice.
Wow, interesting. So this is the 1, and he's able to convert 2 now. He is a real thorn in the side. And he's going to be able to pick up maybe a thirst here. We'll see.
Yeah, and
Metal
he was
finally
the one,
inactive.
he was the one in the 1v2 earlier, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Oh, and it looks like they just picked up their 3rd, so the solo wreaking havoc right now.
Back into another clutch scenario. Oh!
That's right.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Who got it?
I think he won it.
Okay.
Winsanity all the way back and takes the lead of the whole tournament right here. Scumpy, don't you wish you would have stayed with your pick?
Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's enough to push them up the leaderboard, but I am happy to see them get a dub for sure. That's my boy right there. He's my ex-teammate from last time. He carried me, so hilarious. I would have liked to see them do a little bit better. Yeah, there's my picture, guys. My camera decided to absolutely just die on me right now. So, yeah, move me around a little bit. There we go.
What do you mean? That's not you? I just thought you were picking up a little ventriloquist hobby on the side.
Yeah.
It's impressive stuff.
It's an impressive skill that I've picked up over the years. I'm trying to fix the camera. That's why I went mute for a couple minutes during that last map.
I
didn't even notice. This is fantastic.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. I don't know.
I cannot blink. I cannot blink. You're doing a great job moving. All right, so I loved Wynn's quote at the end of that one. I don't know if you guys heard him. He went, I might be last in the skills challenge, but I can still win games. It was hilarious.
I missed that. That is a clutch quote for sure. To summarize the last game, though, guys, we had some teams that needed big performances in order to kind of claw their way back up that leaderboard. And we had some teams deliver. We had some not, but, it's really up for grabs, the money. And we'll have to wait and see how things shake out. One thing's for sure, though, Dr. Chemist looks like they might have done enough to hold on here. But, I don't know.
Did they do enough?
Definitely putting the pressure on. So I'm excited to see the final standings here momentarily. But exciting last game for sure, as it was just chaos all the way through, Toffees.
Man, a shout out to Farouk. Like, that last game, where was that earlier? But still, okay, awesome last game. I do think Metal Medallions turned on at the end just a little bit, and that 4 eliminations and the sort of grind for placement might have been enough to hold them off of second place. But no matter what, Farouk should be, and not even Farouk, Farouk's team should be super pumped because not only did they get their crew back into it, but Farouk was dead for a lot of that and was just watching sort of cheering the team on. So they did it without their captain, and that's a pretty big deal.
That's massive. I mean, they picked up, like a top 4 finish there on top of all the elims. So, I mean, just really respectable points from Farouk. They needed to come big, and they did. And some other squads did, too. Some that we didn't hear from a lot today. Solara chipping in, Chiffon and Explorers doing big work down the stretch. So, really liked what I saw in this final game. And Najar here just really clutched all day long. Scump, I mean, this was a team that started maybe a little slower, but picked up steam as the day went on. Farouk had to be happy with them. What was your takeaway here from watching this squad?
Yeah, well, whenever you got really nothing to lose in those last couple games, when you're not at the top of the board, that's whenever you see those big shifts because they're going in. Again, you see the top 2 teams going into that. They both play it super passive, whereas Farouk's team, they're sitting around the middle of the pack, and they have an absolute monster game because the pressure's off of them. They can go in loose, they frag out, they get a bunch of elims, and here they are. They might have just made a case for himself here to make some cash here.
Look at those challenge points.
That is huge. The challenge points are that is a deal breaker.
Because Medallions was ahead of them. Yeah, but Metal didn't have them, and I think if we go to the next page, I don't think Dr. Chemist did the challenge either.
Holy cow. So let's take a peek at page number 2
Oh, no,
here
they didn't
of
do the
our
challenge?
leaderboard.
I don't think so, because they only had the one elimination.
Oh, no.
Maybe. Man, this is crazy. So, again, things are a little more shaken up than I thought they might be.
Yeah,
Dr. Chemist also with no points on the challenges. So, 12 and 13 points for them, both Metal and Dr. Chemist. Farouk with just an absolute metric ton of points that game. That was crazy. So we'll see if that was enough to close the gap. I don't know, but all I do know is, this was a crazy last game that I was hoping for. I wanted no idea going into the final tables who it was going to be, and that is exactly where we landed. So regardless of the outcome here, I'm a happy camper.
That was good.
Just Seth is all smiles over there. So
yes, I am. Yeah, no, this was an absolute pleasure to watch. To see these teams battle it out over the 5 maps. We had the World of Wonder map in there as well. It's been super fun to watch these. We had four of the BR style and then one of the Wonder. So it's been a lot of fun to watch them battle. I'm super excited to see how this final table falls.
That was solid. Also, 100%. Shout out to Farouk. They got more points in one game than I think Solara got in their entire day. So,
easy. Solara got 30.
Did they? Oh, thank you. Yeah. They had 15 before. So they got one less point.
Dumping on my dark horse pick,
I won't.
man.
All right. I'm happy for them.
We are going to lock in, though. It's time to focus, gents. We have ourselves an announcement to make, and I do believe they've crunched the numbers. They've got our totals, and let's announce the winner of the PUBG Mobile 7th Anniversary Road to Rondo. Here it is. Our champions. It is Doctors Chemists Lab. They did enough.
Nice.
They did enough to stay on top of that leaderboard, and I want to see what the margin actually was. How close did Farouk get? Did Metalcore hold him off? We'll find out more in just a moment. Oh my goodness!
Wow!
1 point from Jacob's Fleet was the difference. That was way closer than anticipated. And Farouk's forces, by way of tiebreaker on challenge points, jumps over Metal's medallion. Metal falls from 2nd to 4th. So, what was that, $2,500 or $3,500 difference for those places? That's gotta hurt, Seth.
Yeah, how does that tiebreaker fall? Is it the challenge points?
No, the challenge is first, so I'm trying to find the second tiebreaker because
winner chicken dinners is the second tiebreaker.
So Jacob's Fleet would have still moved on the tie. Metal Medallions would have finished higher if they had done the challenge because they did not get their 10 challenge points, but they had the WWCD on standby. So if they had done the challenge, they would have also got 10 extra points, but they would have not only finished higher.
They would have won the tournament had they done the challenge.
They would have won the
tournament. It would be a 111. Forget all the tiebreaker noise.
Yeah, you're right.
They would have just jumped over the 3 teams ahead of them.
Oh my
that's
gosh.
Crazy.
You got to do the challenges.
Man.
That's such a heartbreaker, too.
Tough one for Ace Allies, too, as they fall out of the money on the last match. And not only that, they fall out by a long ways as the teams all put a pretty big cushion between them and 5th place. So I think our 4 teams are quite deserving as they put on a show in that 5th and final match. Take a peek at our second page here. And nice to see Win hop up a little bit, force a 3-way tie for 11th. You know, not what I thought coming into today, but hey, I'll take it.
I had a little more faith. I'll take 11th. It's not last, you know, but I was pulling for wins, team.
Great effort from Solara in that last match. The jump from 14 all the way to 47 points. So again, huge performance from them in game number 5 as well. Game 5 was fun to watch, man. What a chaos out on the battlegrounds. There's the prizes, though. Scump, how much money is that? I mean, take a peek and
show them the money. Dr. Chemist Lab, they deserve it. They played great, really consistently throughout all the games today. They kind of take the foot off the gas pedal just a little bit at the end, but they take it off just enough to still claim that first place. Jacob's Fleet, they kind of sneak in. I'm really surprised with Farouk. Farouk's forces come in during that last game, have an absolute monster. I think they got 43 points to push them up into the money. So congrats to them, taking home 2,500, and then the medallions. Got to do your challenges. They drop to 4th and get 1,000. So still a great day. Still a great day.
15K going out to these finishers here on the top 4 teams. And yeah, I mean, coming into the final match, 6th place, jumping all the way to 3rd. You got to love it if you're Farouk. Here is our first place $10,000 sweepstakes winner, and it is Level X Cat. So coming in with the Toomey International carry-on, plus the PUBG Mobile suitcase, plus an iPhone 16 Pro, plus a $50 gift card, and plus $60,000. Not dollars, 60,000 UC. Yeah, same thing, right? But no, 60,000 UC. That is a lot of cash value going into that virtual currency. So really cool stuff. Here are our total winners, though, for all of our sweepstakes winners announced through the evening tonight. If you won, congratulations. Don't spend it all in one place, but hopefully that'll get you to and from wherever your destinations may be. But again, thank you guys for participating in our PUBG Mobile 7th Anniversary Road to Rondo sweepstakes. Incredible stuff. Well, with that, I want to get some final takes from you, Scump, before we get out of here. Talk to us a little bit about your impressions from PUBG Mobile here as we celebrate this latest 3.7 update. We got the Road to Rondo. What'd you take away?
It was a lot of fun to watch. I mean, all the new map, the players, they were really bringing it today. You guys taught me so much, so thank you very much with the deployable covers. Taking a look at Rondo was a lot of fun. I loved the final circle battles over at the mountains. It was a lot of fun. You guys described it so perfectly. It was really just a good time. It was a good time. We got to see some bolties in there as well, which was a lot of fun. It was just a pleasure to watch with y'all, so thank you so much.
Dude, thanks for joining us as well. It's always a pleasure to have you on the cast as well. And Toffees, I think it's time for another giveaway hint, man, before we get out of here. We're giving away 3. We got to do our 4th hint. So let's put that on the screen, and what do you know? It's Rondo. Surprise, surprise. If you guys have all 4 words of the passphrase, you can scan the QR code on screen or just go over to amg.gg/Rondo Sweeps. Type in the passphrase. Do it fast. You'll have an opportunity to win some UC sent straight to your in-game mailbox. So congratulations in advance to our winners. But again, a huge day of PUBG Mobile, an epic celebration for the latest content and all of the years of great service at this game. And it has provided us so much enjoyment. And I, for one, am super, super grateful for PUBG Mobile. Talk to me, Toffees. What was your takeaway here from today? I do believe we're going to bring in our champ to have a little chat with them. But talk to us about your takeaways here from today.
I mean, I think my biggest takeaway is don't leave it for late, right? Like, this is something that if you've ever played any esport in the world, that's you start strong, and that's what we saw in that last match. Was I really questioned the passivity of our top 2 teams and the risk that brought with it. Because if any other points have been gained by their opponents earlier in the matches, it would have been a totally different ball game.
A challenge completed, perhaps.
Yeah,
right.
Like any of challenge, a couple of if they had engaged, because I think Farouk and some others didn't fully engage in the hot drops at the start of our event on the first game or 2. If they had committed from the jump, they would have walked away with the big prize as well. So I do think there's a lot to be said there. But my biggest takeaway is I loved the adjustment that our players did along the way. They sort of evolved with the challenges that we presented to them. And, Farouk, for instance, and others got even better. And my second biggest takeaway is I now know that I need to I get it free, a Babushka voice pack, because listening to him even go down with his teammates and get eliminated was hilarious and fun. So that was a good one. If you want to give Metalcore some love for how they sort of got knocked down that leaderboard, he also is in that Victory 7 voice pack, so you can put him on as well, and maybe like an ode to suffering.
He's not one to shy away from that for sure. But hey, I like the voice pack here with all of these creators, and then this is a great opportunity to represent and rock your favorite creator's voice in game. Get those funny voice comms that are maybe off the the default original normal ones. I'm excited to see and check all of these out. Again, you can get them for free. Simply just invite your friends, do some missions, and share it around, and all of a sudden you'll get that thing unlocked and be able to redeem it for free. So excited to check that out, the Victory 7 voice pack. Able to get that until April 8th. So very exciting. I'll take a stab at, one thing that I always notice in these tournaments, and that's teams switching up strategies for seemingly no reason. It reminds me of traditional sports when in the fourth quarter, it's like, you know what, we're going to switch from that offensive style. We're going to take it real slow, whatever the case may be, pick your sport. It doesn't matter. You see that switch up, and that's often what opens the door for some of these opponents. And we saw that switch up here today. I don't know if it worked out for some teams.
It's a fundamental misunderstanding of how traditional sports translates to esports, right? Like the reason you pull out at the end of that match is you're tired. Your players are exhausted because you physically demanded 3 quarters. Here, that's not necessarily the case. You got to go full octane all the time.
Well, let's talk to our champion of our Road to Rondo tournament. We can bring in our team captain. It is Dr. Chemist. Dr. Chemist, congratulations. You're welcome, man. Dude, it was a pleasure to watch you guys today. Talk to us a little bit about your teammates today. Seemed like you had a really, cream of the crop crew. You guys were laying down, 20 elims, I think, in the first game. It caused Scump to change his pick to you after just one short match.
Yes, after game 1, I jumped on the bandwagon. Y'all impressed me.
No, I did see that. But hats off to Scump. He saw the talent and he was like, game 1 gave me the good feeling and I'm going to pick my winners. But yeah, and like you said, PB, going back to my team, amazing job. Straight off the bat, first game, killed with 20 elimination. We got lucky with the challenge points too. We kind of didn't do well on the last game. We tried to mix up a little bit of... well, I listened to Toffee. He was like, everyone's going to go for him. So we tried to go to the second hot drop instead of our first hot drop. Was a little bit rocky, but again, hats off to my team. We got off the hot drop. We didn't have elimination, and they said, you know what? Why don't you go to the recall? You wait for us, and we are just going to go and hunt for elimination. They went out. I think they eliminated 2 teams or 3 teams. We got enough points on the board, and we are here champions with 1 point, so...
Nice. So you answered my first question by telling me that it was my fault that you skipped the challenge points, which I'm sure you saw the leaderboard and saw that it almost cost you the entire thing.
It did.
Were you aware in that last 5 or 6 minutes that it was that close, or were you still kind of living that like, hey man, we were up by so much, we should be okay?
No, actually, I was not. To be honest, I was not. I switched to the watch party and I kept hearing Metal is in the zone, and I'm like, they're the second team, please somebody go and eliminate them. So yeah, I did not have no idea until Metal's team was out. I actually at one point thought Farouk's team was gonna do well because they had 22 eliminations, so it could have been anyone's game, but luckily my team pulled through.
Nice.
Absolutely. And then I just want to ask, going into that final map there, going into the game 5, did you guys talk about switching up your strategy at all, or were you guys kind of trying to follow that same aggressive play style, or did you kind of want to reel it in because you did have that lead?
Yeah, we did switch up. So there are 2 hot drops in the teamed mode, the day and the night mode. So in the last 2 games of the teamed mode, we went to the night one. This one, I listened to Toffee, and then I said maybe people know that we are going to the night one and everybody's going to come there. So we did switch up to that, and that nearly cost us.
Okay, well, luckily it didn't.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing. You were quite literally one challenge away. If Metalcore had just, activated their reversal blade, like literally they would have hopped over everybody. So it was that close, but you guys did enough in the first 4, matches and did just enough in that last one to persevere, to come out on top. And you guys won a well-fought, hard-earned victory tonight. And ultimately, you won $7,500. I mean, what's your plan with the prize money?
I don't know about the boys, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to upgrade my setup. Probably get me a better tablet or better device, and maybe do some upgrades on my computer.
Amazing. Well, Dr. Chemist, congratulations to you. Send our regards to the team as well. You guys were really, really fun to watch tonight. Well done on becoming the PUBG Mobile Road to Rondo 7th anniversary champs, and that you will be forever. So congrats, and can't wait to see you guys out in the next tournament as well.
Thank you so much, PB, Toffees, Scump. Always great to listen to you guys. Amazing casting. And before I go, hats off to my team. We did it, boys. And congratulations, PUBG Mobile, for 7th anniversary. Cheers to many more days to come. Cheers, guys.
Amazing.
Cheers.
Thanks, Dr. Chemist. We'll
Congrats.
see you soon. All right, that is going to wrap things up here. We locked in, guys. I couldn't have done it by myself. We had the legendary Toffees and Scump to join us here on the broadcast tonight. Give us your final thoughts, Toffees, on our show tonight. Was it everything you expected and more?
Yeah, it was amazing. I will say, I think Rondo is going to live up to the hype. It was tons of fun. All of the new, the deployable cover, things like that were so cool to watch. My biggest takeaway, though, is, thank goodness that Dr. Chemist came out with the win, because apparently it was going to be my fault if they didn't. So I'm ecstatic that they won.
Oh, that's so true. When he called that out, I'm like, oh,
Twice.
man, Toffee's almost cost him. He's really throwing shade up there.
In my defense, I wasn't wrong. Everyone did go to that drop. He just didn't have anybody to fight at the second one.
Yeah, fair enough. Scump, what about you, man? What'd you take away from today?
It was an absolute pleasure. Aside from my camera dying there with about 30 minutes left, I apologize for that. But other than that, it was amazing. You guys taught me so much. PUBG Mobile, I mean, the map looks amazing, Rondo. It looks like the 8th anniversary is going to be amazing. They did a great job. So thank you very much for having me, and thank you for teaching me so much. It was a ton of fun to watch with you guys.
Amazing. Well, hopefully we'll see you again here soon, man. Always a pleasure. And for me, I got to say thank you so much to PUBG Mobile for all the fun, all the memories, and all the opportunities for not only myself, but all of the creators, the players, the fans, etc. over the past 7 years. So many memorable moments, so many cool things that we've got to do. So I really, really appreciate that and look forward to many more years in the future. So before we get out of here, y'all are probably wondering who won that UC, and hopefully it was you. So let's throw some of those winners up on screen right now. If you see your name, good chance you're going to have some UC hit in your in-game mailbox. So congratulations to those who picked up some UC from our 7th anniversary Road to Rondo contest. And with that, you guys will have an opportunity to go pick up whatever your favorite cosmetic or skin or in-game upgrade you guys choose. So for me, for PUBG Mobile, we are going to get out of here. So make sure you follow PUBG Mobile on social media everywhere it exists at PUBG Mobile. And obviously, download the game for free at any app store of your choosing. It's free. We'll see you out on the battlegrounds. For me, I'm Powerbang. I'll see you guys next time. We'll catch you on the battlegrounds. He's got it on his nose right now. We got some Yamna's getting the same challenge here as well. They've got to keep it on their nose, apparently. So this is a showdown. All challenges are paused until this is complete. I love it. I was gonna say, look at the zone on her mini map. Like, it is tiny right now, and they had a great position, but just went a little too far, in my opinion. Joe saved Joe. He's got that self-revive coming in.
Little defib.
Molly?
Molly or shoot through. I like that call. Why not both?
Oh, wow. Okay, Joe.
Joe with the clutch.
Yeah. Driving to the valley towards you guys right now?
Looks like he respawned and just didn't move. Oh, he's struggling. He's got one gun. Nice shot.
Nice.
Man, just spraying through the smoke, hoping to connect, and Metal's out. It is a 1v1.
Come on,
so
CEO
and the nice shotgun S12K getting it done there.
Ooh, almost.
They each have their own individual car.
Yeah,
I think just the McLaren.
No, I mean like all the players have their own. On the
Wow.
More cars is better when it comes to PUBG.
Sit. Oh, he's emoting.
No way.
No.
Here comes the peak. 3, 2, 1.
Here's the fight.
Oh my goodness.
Shotgun. No.
He clutches the 1v2. That was an incredible performance there from KX at the very end. And it's Metalcore who somehow, some way.
Oh, wow.
238.
He's already done.
That was fast.
Yeah, wow. That was lightning fast.
I believe it's just the target in general, but
oh, okay.
Let's see here. There's a score, 220 in around.
I think it's
three teams, so it's 4v3v1.
Ooh, nice.
Wow, interesting. So this is the one, and he's able to convert to the solo, wreaking havoc right now.
Back into another clutch scenario. Oh!
That's right.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Who got it?
Just thought you were picking up a little ventriloquist hobby on the side.
Yeah.
It's, impressive stuff.
It's an impressive skill that I've picked up over the years.
Let's announce the winner of the PUBG Mobile 7th Anniversary
Drum
Road to
roll.
Rondo. Here it is. Our champions. It is Doctors Chemist Lab. They did enough.
Nice.
They did enough